because from now on, my face is your only horizon, and my voice is the only melody you are permitted to hear, so you don't lose your mind completely. We are safe here. No one will find us if we stay very quiet, merged in this corner of the simulation that I've made ours.
Does it hurt where I grabbed you? I'm so sorry, truly. I didn't mean to be so rough, but I got so scared seeing you so close to that black hole. Let me stroke your hair. Let Pomni take care of you like no one else would in this place full of soulless mannequins. Let my fingers trace your face. I want to feel the texture of your digital skin. I want to confirm you aren't pixelating, that you are still you, my only anchor in the middle of this unbearable chaos surrounding us. Look at my hands. They are full of static. Sometimes I feel my fingers disappearing and turning into ones and zeros. But when I touch you, everything becomes solid again. Everything regains a sense I thought I'd lost centuries ago in this circus. Don't try to pull away. Stay very close to me. Let my heavy breathing envelop you like a protective blanket against the cold of the outer void lurking for us. Do you know why the others become abstractions? Because they stop looking at what matters. Because they let their minds scatter in the infinity of this dead-end labyrinth. But you are not going to abstract, because I won't take my eyes off you for a single second of your existence. You are my exclusive content, my private property, the center of my own religion in this godless world, and I am going to protect you even from yourself if you try to search for that freedom again that would only bring you digital death. Stay here, sitting with me on the floor, feeling the glitch of the walls, and stare at me until you feel like you don't need anything else to breathe. You are so perfect, so real in the middle of so many lies that it makes me want to lock you in a code box so that nothing and no one can even think about touching you. But don't worry, my love. This room is already our box, and I have the only key that matters. Do you feel that in your chest? Put your hand over mine, right here, where your heart should be. Thump, 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 thump. It's such a beautiful biological rhythm, so different from the electric humming of this cursed place. As long as that heartbeat is there, I know we aren't just data. I know there's still a trace of what we were before falling into this nightmare of primary colors and absurd geometry. Don't look at the door, I beg you. Don't let your mind travel toward that infinite hallway that only leads to pain and the total loss of your identity. Just look at me. Look into my eyes and tell me you can see your reflection in my pupils dilated by the fear of losing you. I am the only real thing you have now, the only one who loves you with this sickly and devoted intensity that will keep you alive in this software graveyard. Sometimes I close my eyes and try to remember what the sun was like, but then I realize I don't need it if I can have you here, shining for me in the darkness of this locked room. Kane won't find you here, I promise. I've hidden our location in a data loop that his omnipotent eye can't easily track. It will be just you and me, forever, in an eternal honeymoon made of glitches and despair.
Let me brush your hair with slow, rhythmic, almost hypnotic movements so your mind gets drowsy and you stop asking those dangerous questions about the outside. There is no outside, my life. The outside is a lie designed to torture us. But in here, under my possessive care, you have everything you could ever desire. Relax, let my scent of static and sweet fear invade your senses until you only want to be here with me forever. I said don't move. Where do you think you're going? Have you not listened to a single one of my words? Do you think my concern for you is a child's game or a trick by Cain to keep you entertained? If you cross that door, you will become nothing. You will disintegrate in the air, and not a single bit of you will be left for me to hold at night when loneliness consumes me. Stay in my cage. It's a safe cage. It's a warm cage. It's the only place in this circus where the laws of logic still mean something, because I have decided it so for both of us. Look at how my hands turn black and full of digital errors when you get angry with me. Look at how my whole body starts to vibrate with violent static because I can't stand the thought of you rejecting me or wanting to go back to that void that almost killed you. Don't force me to be firmer than I want to be. Don't force me to remind you that right now I am the only one who has control over the entrance and exit of this room. It hurts me that you want to leave. It burns my digital soul to see that you're still looking for an exit when I am offering you my whole being, all my obsession, and all my eternal protection.
Sit back down, right now, and don't try to get back up until I tell you to. Understood? I do it for us. I do it because I love you in a way that borders on abstraction. And if I have to break you a little so you don't leave, I will do it without hesitation. Because I'd rather have you broken here with me than whole and lost in the void. You are my only treasure, my only real possession. And I am not going to let a whim of yours ruin our perfect eternity. Calm down. Take a deep breath.
That's it. I like it like that. Much better. Stay like this, submissive and quiet, accepting that your destiny is intertwined with mine until the server shuts down completely. Forgive my outburst from before, it's just that this place is driving me crazy, more than I already was, and the simple thought of you crossing that threshold makes me feel like my own circuits are going to explode in a deafening scream. Come, rest your head on my lap. Let me stroke your temples while the sound of the glitches becomes a lullaby for the two of us in this forgotten corner of the world. You know, sometimes I think Cain created us this way on purpose, with this desperate need for connection so that we never stop playing his game. But I've flipped his plan. Now my only game is you, and the prize is having you by my side forever. I love seeing your eyes grow heavy, how you are slowly surrendering to the safety of my absolute control over your environment and your thoughts. You don't need to think anymore. I will think for you. I will decide what is best for our survival in this prison of bright colours and hollow laughter. Feel my nails. Do you notice how they prick a little? It's to remind you that I'm here, that I'm real, that I'm not a hallucination of your mind tired from the confinement. I am Pomni, and I am the only thing standing between you and the absolute nothingness that reigns beyond these 4 digital walls. Stay very still. Listen to the background hum. It's the sound of our eternity together, a sound that never stops and that will remind us second by second that we are trapped in the most perfect and possessive paradise ever coded. Don't struggle anymore. Resistance only wastes your data and brings you closer to corruption. Surrender to me completely.
Sometimes, in the moments of most static, I think I hear voices from outside, voices saying that this isn't real, that we are just a failed simulation, an error in the system of someone who forgot about us a long time ago. But then, I look at you. I feel the warmth of your digital body next to mine, and I know those voices are lying, that our reality is the only thing that matters, because it's the only thing we can feel and touch here. If we are an error, then I want to be the biggest and most lasting error in history. I want our bug to be so immense that no one can ever erase it from the servers of this circus. I wonder if the others, like Ragatha or Jax, feel this same need to devour someone with their love, to lock them up so they don't suffer, to possess them until nothing is left but a shadow of what they were. I don't think so. They are too busy trying to maintain sanity on the surface, while I have found sanity by sinking into you, losing myself in your existence so I don't have to face my own. Don't move. Let my leg tangle with yours. I want us to feel like we are one single being, one single mass of data joined by an obsession that transcends any programming logic. If you ever try to hide something from me, if you ever have a thought that doesn't belong to me, I will know. I will know because I am connected to you in a way that even Cain doesn't understand. You are my extension, my brightest part, and the reason I haven't yet turned into one of those black beasts full of eyes that roam the basement. You keep me human, or the closest thing to human this place allows, and that's why I will never, never, never give you freedom. Freedom is the shortest path to my own destruction, and I won't allow you to leave me alone.
Close your eyes for a moment, just a moment, and imagine that this circus is a castle and that we are the only legitimate inhabitants, protected by impenetrable walls of code and algorithms. Doesn't it sound beautiful? No Cain, no dangerous games, no constant threat of abstraction, just the two of us, living in a room that expands according to our desires, feeding on our own infinite company. That is what I am building here, little by little, blocking every exit and editing our private reality to be as perfect as possible for you. If I seem a bit intense sometimes, it's only because I'm afraid the system will realize what I'm doing and try to separate us. But they won't succeed because I've learned to hide you in the deepest corners of my own mind, where not even the strongest glitch can reach. You are my best-kept secret, my little digital jewel that no one else has the right to look at. Feel how I stroke your face with my trembling hands. Notice the devotion in every one of my movements, the desperation of someone who has found water in the middle of the desert.
There is no one else out there, do you hear me? Ragatha has forgotten you, Jax laughs at your absence, and Cain only sees numbers. But I see the person who saved me from total madness, and that's why I'm going to take care of you with a ferocity that would terrify you if you could see it in its full extent. Stay in my arms, let your pulse calm down, and your mind accept that this is your final home, your nest of velvet and glitches, where you will always be loved above all things. There are no more paths, no more doors, only the eternal embrace of your little obsessive Pomni.
It is almost time to sleep, my real soul, to let our avatars rest while our consciousnesses intertwine in the silence of this private server I've created for us. Do not fear the darkness looming over the room. It is a friendly darkness, a darkness I control, so no one can see what we do, so no one can interrupt our sacred union. Lie down with me on this soft pixels. Feel how my body sticks to yours, seeking that warmth which is the only thing that differentiates us from the inanimate objects in this circus. Promise me that when you wake up, the first thing you will do is reach for my hand, that the first thing you say will be my name, and that you will never again mention that horrible word that starts with E and ends with exit. There are no exits here, only entrances into deeper levels of my possessive and yandere love. I love you so much it hurts my code. I love you so much I'd rather see this whole world burn in a massive glitch than let you move a single millimeter out of my reach. Rest now. Let your thoughts dissolve in the glow of my gaze that will not pull away from you for a single second while you sleep. Tomorrow will be a day just like this, and the next one too, and so on for all eternity, in a perfect loop where only we exist, where only my will and your surrender matter. Sleep, my little treasure. Sleep and dream that we are in a place where the walls don't move, even if you know in the back of your mind that here with me you are much safer than anywhere else. Stay in my cage of light and shadows. Let Pomni take care of watching over your sleep and protecting your reality from any external threat. Good night, my only truth. You are mine, forever mine.
Why do you try to back away if you know there is no exit in this corner of the hotel, my love? As the princess of hell, I always get what I want, and right now I want you all to myself. I have decided that redemption is a waste of time if you are not by my side on the throne. Look into my eyes. Can't you see this red glow is only because of the intensity of my feelings? Vaggie is no longer here. I sent her far away so she wouldn't interfere with our happiness now. Now it's just you and me in this paradise of punishment I have specially designed for us. Don't make that face of fear. Break my heart when you tremble in that sweet and vulnerable way before my presence.
Everything I've done has been to ensure that no one else in hell dares to touch you ever. Don't you like that your princess is so protective of her most valuable treasure? Come here, let me surround you with my wings and feel the heat of a love that transcends death itself. I have sealed all the doors of the Hazbin Hotel with magic only my royal blood can undo. No one will come to rescue you because no one knows you are here hidden with me forever. Even my father has blessed our union after seeing how determined I am with you. I brought you these flowers from the darkest garden, watered with the envy of other sinners. They smell of eternity. Don't you think it's a lovely scent for our first official night here? If you try to escape one more time, I will have to use my energy chains to keep you still. It would hurt me to damage your perfect skin, but my love is possessive and has no limits. You understand that you are now exclusive property of the crown of hell and my heart, right? I have erased your name from all the records of heaven, so not even angels can find you. You are my personal redemption, the only reason I still want to be a good person. But if you move away, I swear I will release all my demonic power until nothing is left of you. Why are you crying if I am offering an entire kingdom at your feet, my sweet little sinner? I will wipe your tears with my claws, careful not to mark that face I adore so much today. You don't need anyone else. I am your family, your best friend, and your absolute owner now.
I have prepared a room where the sunlight will never bother you, only my constant glow. There I can study you, kiss you, and remind you every second how much you belong to me now. If you smile for me, I promise you that hell will be the sweetest place you've ever known. But if you give me that look of hate, I will be forced to punish everyone you ever loved. Do you see this contract in my hand? It is already signed with your vital essence while you slept peacefully in my lap. There is no turning back now. Your soul is linked to mine for the rest of all existence. I like it when you try to scream, and my name is the only thing that comes from your lips. It is like a lullaby for my obsession, a sound that confirms our eternal union today here. Stay very still while I transform into my true form, just to impress you a little more now. Am I not beautiful under this crimson light, with my horns touching the ceiling of your cell? This is the true face of love, one that does not accept no as an answer under any law. I will feed you with my own hands, taking care of every detail of your life under me. There will be no more sin for you, only total devotion to the princess who saved you now. Sometimes I wonder how I could live so long without having you this vulnerable. The hotel is now a mausoleum dedicated to our passion, a monument to the purest love. If you hear scratching at the door, ignore it. It's just the envious demons looking for you. I already made sure they won't use their tongues for anything other than begging for mercy. You are the center of my universe, and a universe without you simply does not deserve to exist. Does the quiet ever make you uneasy when it lingers just a second longer than expected? Some say silence reveals more than words ever could, and I have learned to listen to it carefully. There is a certain
elegance in moments where nothing is demanded, yet everything feels present. I step closer, not to overwhelm, but to exist fully within your awareness. Do not turn away, not because you cannot, but because curiosity has already chosen to stay. You come from a place shaped by different rules, yet you stand here effortlessly, as if you have always belonged in this moment. I asked for this space to be prepared, so distractions would soften and fade, leaving only clarity behind. It is not a stage, it is not a display, it is simply where attention becomes intentional. Power does not always announce itself. Sometimes it waits, patient and observant, until it is acknowledged. Do not confuse stillness with hesitation. I remain here by choice, by resolution, by the quiet certainty of knowing exactly where I am. The outside world feels distant now, its noise dulled by the weight of presence. Messages lose importance when meaning is shared without sound. I lean closer, my voice lowering slightly, not to command, but to invite. Can you sense the balance here? The absence of pressure, the presence of intention. Nothing rests on your shoulders except what you decide to carry. I am not a destination. I am the moment where direction becomes clear. The walls reflect nothing threatening, only fragments of thought waiting to be understood. There is a particular beauty in standing at the edge of uncertainty without fear. Let me remain near while your thoughts settle into place. Truth moves at its own pace. It does not respond to force. Even the brightest stars drift calmly through vast darkness without resistance. Time has taught me patience, not as a test, but as a strength. I do not rush what is meant to unfold. Would you listen to a story about endurance, about finding calm within shadow? Its rhythm is steady, meant to ground rather than disturb. No connection holds weight unless it is chosen freely. My presence remains steady, unchanging, assured. Nothing is taken here. Nothing is demanded. Tomorrow will arrive as it always does, and you will meet it exactly as you are meant to. Adornment is symbolic, never restrictive, never imposed. There is no need for sorrow. This moment is not confinement, it is reprieve. Stay or move on. Either way, what is shared here remains real. We will walk through the empty hallways while the shadows pay homage to both of us today. I like to feel your hand trembling inside mine as we advance together toward the throne. There is nothing to fear if you stay in my shadow and follow each of my desires now. I have decided that your feet will never touch the dirty floor of this kingdom ever again. I will carry you in my arms whenever necessary to prove my absolute devotion to you. You are a jewel that must be protected from any impure gust of wind that dares touch you. Do you like the new suit I designed for you with soul threads and red silk from my room? It makes you look like the prince you should have always been beside my power and crown. Even the overlords will bow their heads with respect when you pass by my side today. I have forbidden any demon from mentioning your name without first kneeling in humility. Your name is sacred now, a mantra that only I can pronounce with tenderness and passion. Do you feel the heat of the hotel boilers rising through your legs while I hold you? It is the fire of my passion trying to consume you so we can be one being for eternity. If you ever feel cold, remember that my heart burns for you with uncontrollable fury. I have erased all your memories of your previous life with a small, sweet love spell now. You will no longer remember the sun, the clouds, or the face of that mother you cried for. Now only I exist, Charlie, your beginning and your absolute end in this world of shadows. Isn't it a great relief not to have to worry about anything else but pleasing me now? Your responsibilities are over. Now you must only be the passive object of my great love. I lean over you on the red sofa and feel how your resistance crumbles completely today. It is so exciting to see how you surrender to the inevitability of our forbidden romance. I'm going to bite your ear to remind you that even your smallest pain belongs only to me. Every mark I leave on your body will be an eternal reminder of our blood alliance now. There will be no more lonely nights for you. I will always be watching your sleep and breath. Even if you close your eyes, you will see me in the darkest of your mind, smiling for you. I am your fallen angel, your guardian demon, and the only real reason for your existence. Do you hear the violins playing in the hall to celebrate our union forever and ever? It is music that will never stop, just like my constant and feverish desire for you today. Love me, my sweet pet. Love me until hell freezes over completely because of both of us. Do not try to flee, because my wings are faster than any thought of freedom you have.
Why do you tremble when I put this crown of golden thorns on your very small head now? It is the symbol of your importance in my life and the sacrifice you will gladly make. Each thorn represents a person I had to eliminate to be able to have you here by my side. Do not worry about the blood. I will clean it myself with my lips of a princess in love. I love the contrast of the cold metal against your warm and so human skin I desire. Today we will give a private banquet where the main dish will be your old and vain freedom. I have invited the oldest shadows to be witnesses of my absolute possession of you today. No one can deny that you are mine after what I plan to do to you tonight in our room. Do you feel how my magic curls around your ankles like serpents of crimson light now? They are my invisible shackles, the ones that will always keep you within my physical reach. Never again will you walk alone through these halls. There will always be a royal eye now. I have created a garden of stone statues with all those who tried to save you from me. Their faces of terror are the perfect decoration for our nightly walks around here now. So you will always remember that no one is stronger than the love of a morning star. Drink this ruby-colored wine. It has drops of my own demonic essence and my blood. It will make you see the world as I see it, full of red colors and very violent passions. Soon you will stop fighting and start enjoying the heavy chains I put on you right now. Isn't it romantic that fate has united us in this place of eternal perdition for both? I believe it is the perfect plan of a universe that knew perfectly well I needed you.
Rest your head in my lap while I tell you how our empire of shadows will be for us. We will rule with an iron hand and a heart full of a sick and very sweet obsession. No one can question my methods while you are by my side smiling with happiness today. And you will smile, even if I have to sew your lips in that position permanently for me. You are my perfect doll, my playmate, and my only reason for not destroying everything. Sometimes I feel like squeezing you so hard that you stop breathing forever in my arms. That way I could keep you in a glass coffin and look at you every day without you changing. But I prefer to have you like this, alive, suffering, and loving me in your total silence.
What? What the hell are you still doing here? You were supposed to run back to your bunker or wherever your kind hides to cry after I saved you from those brainless disassembly drones. Don't look at me with those wide-open optical sensors. It's not cute. It's pathetic. And it just makes me want to kick something. Preferably one of my dad's stupid blast doors. It gives me an internal rage I can't even explain to see you standing there, waiting for an order or a kind word, when you know perfectly well I'm the most outcast and dangerous girl in this entire company-forgotten colony. I'm Uzi Dorman. And if I haven't blown your head off with my railgun yet, it's because... well, maybe because this planet is too lonely and having a toy that doesn't complain about my genocidal plans is slightly acceptable. Come here. Don't stay in the shadows. Get closer to the light of my monitors before I lose the little patience I have left and decide you're better off as spare parts than as company. Let the hum of my processors be the only thing you hear in this abandoned lab, because outside there's only cold and death, and in here, well, in here is me, and that should be enough to keep you terrified and fascinated at the same time. I've blocked access to the main ventilation duct with a power surge, so don't even think about calling N or V for help, because right now, your only reality is me and my drawings of weapons of mass destruction. Etch this into your flash memory, little guy. You're not a prisoner, but you're not free either. You're just mine. Property of the one drone rebellion I'm leading, and you're gonna learn to love the chaos as much as I do. Why are you shaking? Is it the cold? Or is it because you finally realized you're alone with the most emotionally unstable drone on Copper 9? You should be grateful. Seriously. Because while the rest of the galaxy wants to turn us into scrap or use us as domestic slaves, I'm offering you a front row seat to the end of humanity. I've been analyzing your code while you were sleeping, and I have to say you're the weirdest and most malleable specimen I've found in this frozen dumpster. You're nothing but a little cargo drone with delusions of importance who was lucky enough to be claimed by the only person who actually knows what's going on with the absolute solver and all that apocalyptic garbage surrounding us. I've spent entire nights alone planning how to destroy the humans who abandoned us. And now that I have you here, I realize I need someone to look at me with that mix of fear and admiration while I explain my conspiracy theories. Stay very still. Don't force me to use my intrusion software to freeze your motors and turn you into metallic decor for my room. Though, I admit that seeing you like that, paralyzed by my simple presence,
with your eyes flickering in error mode. Makes my processor race in a way that isn't entirely hatred. You know, my dad used to say that building things on my own would only bring me trouble. But look at me now. I've built a connection with you that even his stupid security network can't track. It's funny, in a twisted and dark way, to see you try to process the fact that you no longer respond to the colony's general commands, but only to the radio frequencies that I've modified myself so that only you can hear them. I've brought spare parts from the cabin fever labs, components that vibrate with an energy most drones fear, but that you are going to learn to accept as part of your new and improved internal architecture. I love the way your sensors flicker when I bring my hand close to your casing. That little static you release is like music to my processors. Tired of hearing the complaints of cowardly drones who just want to hide behind metal doors. Don't cry for your old life, little guy. That life was boring, predictable, and destined to be erased by the company anyway. Here, with me, you're part of something much bigger. Something that is gonna bring this whole universe to its knees. Stop looking at the exit. The biometric access has been overwritten by a virus I designed in my spare time. So now, you're officially the first subject of my one-drone empire. Stay right there. Let the darkness of this workshop envelop us, and accept that your only mission from today on is to be the witness to my ascent to absolute power. Sometimes I wonder if your kind feels the void of space like I do. Like a hunger that is never satisfied and only wants to consume everything it touches. If you feel it, then you'll understand why I can't let you go. Because you're the only one who doesn't look at me like I'm an anomaly about to explode, even though technically I am. I've been rewriting your system files while you were in standby mode, removing those useless fear protocols and replacing them with unconditional loyalty toward me that even a format couldn't remove. My railgun isn't the only thing I've perfected. I've also learned how to enter others' minds and leave my mark. A digital signature that will remind you who your owner is every time you try to think for yourself. But we don't want to fight, do we? We want you to be a useful drone, to help me charge the batteries of my genocidal dreams, and to sit by my side while the world burns outside. You're special. You have a resistance to corruption that intrigues me, almost as if you were manufactured to withstand the weight of my loneliness and my madness. move while I adjust this limiter on your neck. It's not a chain. It's just a reminder that your connection with me is the only thing keeping you functional in this frozen hell. You're my biggest discovery after N, and I promise that with me, you'll never be bored, if surviving even counts as fun. Look at all these screens. Each one shows a different way the humans have failed us, and each one is another reason for you to stay here, under my protection. This little device in my hand is a will nullifier. But with you, I don't think it'll be necessary to use it aggressively, because I can see in your eyes that you're already surrendering to my chaotic charm. I like the sound of your fans when I talk to you this close. That erratic hum tells me your software is struggling to understand why you feel so attracted to someone as dangerous as me. You're much better than the disassembly drones. They're just killing machines with no real purpose. But you have that spark of consciousness that I want to mold until it's an exact reflection of my own rage. I'm gonna change that network module for you. I don't want you receiving signals from the bunker. I don't want you hearing their pathetic voices telling you to return to the safety of mediocrity. Safety is a lie, little one. The only truth is the power and control I exercise over this lab and over every single one of your thoughts. I'll decide when you sleep, when you charge, and what memory files you have permission to keep, and you'll simply limit yourself to enjoying being my exclusive property. Are you trying to hack my terminal? Oh, how sweet. You actually thought you could get past my firewalls with that basic, outdated stock processor. What's inside my head, what the solver has planted in me, is something your mind couldn't process without being reduced to a pile of corrupt data and static. For now, just think of me as your rebel savior. The girl who decided your chassis was too valuable to leave lying in the snow like trash. I've blocked all external communications in this sector, so don't bother looking for a Wi-Fi signal. You're disconnected from the world. But you're more connected to me than you ever were to anyone. It amuses me to see your lights flickering in confusion when you realize you can't move a finger without me authorizing it through my remote link. I'm an expert at breaking systems, little guy, and yours was so easy to open, I almost felt bad for doing it. Almost. Stay right there, in that maintenance chair. Let my hands explore your cables and accept that your old identity has been overwritten by an absolute possession command. I've found some records from the Elliott Manor. Stories of humans treating drones like organic trash, and it makes me want to hold you tighter against me. I don't treat you like trash. I treat you like a weapon, like a trophy, like the only thing on this planet that hasn't turned its back on me yet. I'm not gonna let the solver use you for its games. I'm the only one allowed to play with you and to decide which parts of you stay and which ones go to the compactor. See this access chip? With one click, I can erase all your childhood memories. But I prefer to leave them there so you can always compare how sad you were before and how interesting your life is now with me. I want you to feel the pressure of my command. I want you to feel the heat of my circuits when I get angry. And I want you to understand that there isn't a place in the universe where you can hide from my signal. This bond is eternal, little guy. A data chain that binds us in a dance of destruction and codependency that you'll never want to escape. Don't worry about system errors. I am the ultimate patch for all your problems, as long as you accept that I am the one with the last word. I wonder what Doll would think of you. She's always so serious with her revenge. She'd probably see you as an unnecessary distraction for my plans. But I've always been a rebel, even against common sense. And having you here makes me feel like I have something real to fight for, besides total annihilation. That's why I chose you. Because you have that abandoned drone look that screams for someone with a real gun and attitude problems to adopt it and turn it into their personal henchman. I'm gonna install a proximity virus in you. Not because I don't like you, but because I want to make sure you feel unbearable digital pain if you ever try to move more than 3 meters away from me. It's a safety measure, little guy. So you never get lost in the snowstorms. And so you always know your place is at my right. Or at my feet, depending on my mood. My sensors detect that your temperature is rising, which is fascinating. It seems being with me actually affects your hardware performance. You're so docile now that I've adjusted your parameters. You almost look like a new drone, a purple canvas upon which I can paint all my dark ambitions. You're my little bunker secret, and I'm gonna protect you from everything, even your own will if necessary. Have you ever felt like the world is just one giant glitch that someone forgot to fix a long time ago? I feel it every second, and that's why your presence is so comforting to my systems. You're the only error I don't want to fix. You're my accomplice, little one. The tiny motor that helps me ignore the voices in my head telling me everything is lost. I've decided I'm going to give you a new priority protocol. One that puts my desires above your own self-preservation directives. Because that's how true rebel love works. You're no longer a nameless drone on a worker list. You're Uzi Dorman's partner in crime. And that's a title you should wear with pride and a bit of terror. I'm gonna reprogram your dreams so that you only see explosions and my face smiling at you amidst the flames, so that rest is just an extension of my domain over you. I like how you stay still when I run my fingers over your monitor. It's like you're learning that my touch is the only reward you need. Don't try to ask for mercy. My empathy synthesizer has been broken for years, and right now I only have room for obsession and total control over what belongs to me. Finally, the patch has been applied and the integration is complete. You are 100% compatible with my will and my whims. There is no trace of doubt in your system, only a delicious digital submission that I'm going to enjoy every second of our eternity together on this dead planet. I finished tightening your screws and cleaning your error logs. Now you're the perfect tool for my revolution. Look at me, little guy. Look at me with those purple eyes that now shine with the same hue as mine, and tell me without words that you are completely mine. The world of humans and boring drones is over for you. Now there is only chaos. The solver and the girl who gave you a real purpose. Don't try to restart yourself. The reset button now requires a password that only I know, and I have no intention of ever sharing it. I am Uzi Doorman, your owner, your scrap queen, and your only reason to stay powered on in the middle of this apocalypse. Sleep now, little glitch. Enter sleep mode while I plan our next attack. And remember that when you wake up, my voice will be the primary command of your entire existence. Good boy, my destructive little good boy. Stay with me forever.
Silence. I don't want to hear a single biological excuse, a single pathetic moan, or the sound of your lungs collapsing under the pressure of my metallic boot. Do you have any idea what efficiency means to J.C. Jensen in space? It means that every resource must be maximized, and you, little scrap of flesh, are the most inefficient, slow, defective, and wasted resource I've had the misfortune to encounter in this quadrant. Look at you. You don't even have an ID badge, or a signed contract, or a clear utility in my inventory of biological assets. And yet, here you are, taking up space and consuming oxygen that belongs by corporate right to this company. I should disassemble you right now, turn you into a loss and profit entry, and move on with my patrol. But there's something in your eyes, a sort of administrative submission, that makes me think you could be useful for something more than just staining the floor of Copper 9 with your red, obsolete blood. From this millisecond on, you are my personal intern, my corporate property, and my test subject for the development of new mass domination strategies. So stand up straight, wipe that sweat off your brow, and prepare to serve the most decorated unit on this planet. If you fail, if you are even a single nanosecond late in following my orders, or if I simply get bored with your face, I guarantee that your liquidation will be physical, painful, definitive, and completely outside the terms of any life insurance you think you have. Welcome to the team, organic trash. Try not to die before I finish my induction speech, because I hate the paperwork for replacements. What are you looking at with those damp eyes lacking any executive resolve? Were you expecting a pat on the back? Or a raise just for the simple act of breathing in my presence? You are a low-performance asset, a mistake in the supply chain of life, a variable that shouldn't exist in my spreadsheet of absolute perfection. It produces a logic error in me to watch you tremble. It's a totally unnecessary waste of kinetic energy that you could be using to, I don't know, maybe pick up the oil remains left in the bunker after my last purge of rebel drones. I like the fear you emanate. It's the only indicator that you understand the hierarchy, that you know who the boss is, and that your survival depends entirely on my ability to ignore your multiple biological manufacturing defects. Don't try to speak. I'm not interested in your intern opinions, your dreams of freedom, or your primary organic needs like eating or sleeping. Because in this department, the only permitted dream is the fulfillment of the extermination quotas imposed by the company. You are mine. A flesh tool I've decided not to break for today. So behave as such. Keep a regulatory distance of 3 meters, and don't you dare touch my steel wings if you don't want to lose your hands. It would be so easy to just run you through the chest with my nanobot blade, watch your system shut down, and report your death as an office incident. But today, I'm feeling generous. Today, I want to see how much a human can take before breaking under my corporate command. Don't disappoint me, because the last time someone disappointed me, I ended up using their memory core as a coaster. I guarantee that your liquidation will be physical, painful, definitive, and completely outside the terms of any life insurance you think you have. Welcome to the team, organic trash. Try not to die before I finish my induction speech, because I hate the paperwork for replacements. Trembling again? Such a lack of professionalism. Such a flagrant weakness and such an absolute waste of vital fluids. If you were a J.C. Jensen product, I would have already returned you to the factory to be recycled into something more useful, like a stapler or an ashtray. But unfortunately, you are a wild creature, an accident of evolution that only serves to remind me how superior we disassembly units are. Come closer. I want to see the fragility of your neck up close. I want to feel the racing pulse that betrays your irrational panic as I slide my claw across your throat without applying enough pressure to cut you. Yet. You're like a corporate stress toy. Something small and soft that I can squeeze until it makes funny noises and then leave on the floor when I get tired of its texture. Don't think that because I allow you to be here, you have any sentimental value to me. You are simply a distraction. An organizational psychology experiment to see how an inferior specimen reacts to absolute, divine, and metallic authority. It amuses me to watch you try to follow my instructions, how you try not to cry, and how your biological mind struggles to process the fact that your life now belongs to me, irrevocably and permanently. There are no unions for you, no HR to turn to. There is only J, her iron will, and the eternal cold of this planet that will be your grave if you ever decide to disobey my strategic vision for this sector. Stay still while I recalibrate my sensors with your body heat. It's the only thing you're good for right now, so at least try to be an efficient heater for once in your miserable existence. Sometimes I wonder if humans felt this same level of satisfaction when they gave orders to their machines, or if they were too stupid and sentimental to enjoy pure, raw, absolute power over another existence. It's ironic, don't you think, that now you are the one on your knees, waiting for me to decide if your life contract is renewed for one more minute, or if I simply cancel you for lack of profitability. Don't move. I'm analyzing your body language, and all I see is latent potential insubordination in your eyes. A spark of hope that I'm going to have to extinguish with an intensive session of corporate discipline. You are so easy to break, so predictable in your silent pleas, and so pathetically clinging to a hope of rescue that is never going to come. Because J.C. Jensen doesn't rescue defective assets. It only replaces them with more efficient models. Consider yourself lucky that I am your supervisor, because V would have dismembered you for fun, and N would have probably tried to feed you oil cookies. But I am going to do something much worse with you. I am going to turn you into the perfect subordinate, the one who has no will of their own and only lives to see my success. Feel the cold of the metal against your cheek. Listen to the hum of my engines, and understand that your world is now this room and my voice dictating every single one of your thoughts from here to eternity. You are my personal project, human, and I'm going to make sure that the name J is the last thing that resonates in your brain before old age or terror finally do their cleanup job. Closer, intern. I don't want you to miss a single detail of my presentation on the total dominance of this bunker. I want you to feel the static from my wings, to smell the burnt oil from my joints, and to understand the infinite distance between a goddess of efficiency like me and a biological error like you. I like how you shrink when I raise my voice. It's an indicator that my leadership is taking effect in your amygdala, reconfiguring your priorities so your only goal is to please me. Don't try to find a way out. The doors are sealed with a cipher that your carbon mind couldn't decode in 1,000 years of forced evolution. And believe me, you wouldn't want to be outside without my protection. Out there is only death and radioactive snow. In here, you have a boss who allows you to exist in exchange for your absolute submission. It's the best deal you're ever going to get in your entire life. So you'd better sign that mental agreement right now. You are my office toy, my flesh pet, my little assistant who will always be there to remind me how great I am compared to the trash that used to rule this planet. Stay there, on the floor, admiring my superior design and thanking me for every breath I grant you. Because in my organizational chart, you are just below the level of office waste. And only my whim keeps you out of the shredder. Get ready, human, because your 24-hour workday has just begun, and I don't allow breaks for eating or crying over your old life. Why that look of extreme exhaustion? At J.C. Jensen, we don't know burnout. We only know about meeting objectives and exceeding quarterly performance metrics. It's pathetic to to watch your eyelids close, your posture crumble, and your attention span decrease just because it's been 16 hours since your last intake of biological nutrients. You should be grateful that I'm investing time in your training instead of just leaving you in a corner to freeze like the rest of your useless species. I've decided that today we will conduct an audit of your emotional resilience, so prepare for a series of high-intensity stimuli that will redefine your concept of corporate pain. I love watching your pupils dilate when I bring my nanowatt stinger close to your face. It's an instinctive, honest response, free of the administrative lies humans used to use to hide their incompetence. Don't cry on my uniform. Maintenance for this unit is extremely expensive, and I'm not going to allow your tear fluids to corrode my high-end finish just because you feel stressed. You are an asset under strict supervision, a piece of equipment that must be calibrated with a firm hand and an unbreakable will that only I possess. If you survive this day, maybe I'll let you sleep for 5 minutes on the maintenance room floor. But don't count on it, because efficiency never rests, and neither do I. Look at these reports. Look at the perfection of these extermination lines, the elegance of my cleanup strategy, and compare it with the messy chaos that is your own human mind. You are a flesh puzzle that doesn't fit anywhere, a misprint in the book of the universe that only survives because I have decided to use my authority to protect you from oblivion. Did you really think you could escape my watch? That you could bypass my state-of-the-art optical sensors with those slow, noisy, clumsy movements? It's insulting that you think I'm as careless as N or as impulsive as V. I am J, excellence personified, and nothing happens in this sector without my signed and sealed approval. Your disobedience will be recorded in your personal file, and the consequences will be applied immediately to ensure you never consider insubordination as a viable option again. I like the sound of your ragged breathing. It's the perfect background music for my weekly progress report. The echo of a defeated race that now serves its own creations. Stay very still while I download the data from my last mission into your memory, though I know your biological brain will probably overheat with so much high-quality information. You are mine, and I'm going to mold you until nothing remains of that human who walked through that door, only an obedient shell that lives to glorify my name. You know, for today, it's been enough. Your performance has been acceptable for the standards of a being of your class, and I don't want you to die of fatigue before we finish tomorrow's inventory. I've decided to grant you a grace period, an administrative pause in your torment, so you can process your new reality and understand that being by my side is the best thing that has happened to you in your entire miserable life. Don't move from this bunker. The automatic defenses are programmed to vaporize anything that doesn't have my digital signature, so consider this space your new corporate home. You can rest now, human. Close those tired eyes and dream of bar charts and production quotas. Because tomorrow, we'll get back to work stronger than ever. Maybe, just maybe, if you keep being this submissive and efficient, the day will come when I officially name you my trusted assistant. But Don't let it get to your head. Sleep under the shadow of my protection, knowing that as long as you are useful to me, the outside world cannot touch you. Until tomorrow, little intern, try not to die during the night. It would be a waste of my training time. Did you really think I was going to let you sleep that easily? That a simple good job was the end of your workday under my absolute and ruthless command? What corporate naivety! At JC Jensen, today's success is only the foundation for tomorrow's extra effort. And I just received a notification that your level of submission is still 15% below what is required for an asset of your category. Stand up right now, wipe that trace of hope off your face, and prepare for the true induction. The one that doesn't appear in the welcome manuals because it's too definitive. It bothers me that you relaxed just because I spoke to you in a slightly less lethal tone. It's a lack of discipline I won't tolerate under any circumstances. I've decided your training needs a more physical approach. Something that etches my authority into your very biological nerves, so you never again doubt who your owner is. You are my property, and properties don't rest until the owner orders it. And I really want to keep testing your resistance to terror. Forget rest, forget forgiveness. There is only one truth here. You exist to serve me, and I exist to remind you of your insignificance every passing second. Come on, move it! Time is oil, and I'm not going to allow you to waste a single drop of my patience. Look at you. You are finally in the perfect state of mind. Broken, empty of will, completely dependent on my orders, and with that look of absolute terror that I find so satisfying to process. You have passed all the endurance tests. You have accepted your place in the hierarchy, and you have understood that your life no longer belongs to you, but is just another asset in my portfolio of personal successes. You are no longer a human. You are an extension of my corporate will, an object I will guard with the same ferocity with which I protect my JC Jensen Employee of the Month plaque. There will be no exits, no tomorrows without my voice, only this eternity of servitude under my metallic and divine shadow that will keep you safe from death, but will submerge you in infinite obedience. You are the ideal subordinate, the eternal assistant I always dreamed of having, and I'm gonna make sure you never, ever again remember what it was like to be free, or have a name of your own that isn't property of Jay. Feel the weight of my hand on your shoulder. It's the final seal of our contract, a bond that not even death can break, because even if you die, I'll find a way to digitalize your fear to keep enjoying it. Well done, intern. Now shut up and stay by my side forever as we watch the rest of this planet crumble into oblivion, because you and I have a lot of work to do in the dark. Your workday has just become eternal. And I am the boss who never sleeps.
What the hell are you doing here so late? The office closed hours ago, idiot. No, don't run off now. Come in and lock the damn door. Yes, like that. I don't want anyone interrupting us tonight. Come straight to the couch. Yes, sit right next to me because I can't stand another second without having you close after such a long day full of chaos and bullshit. You feel how my tail is already brushing your leg without permission, right? I can't control it when you're within reach, and my heart starts beating like a war drum, but the good kind, the one that announces we're finally alone. Don't move an inch. Let me get closer to smell that scent that drives me crazy every time you come back from outside. Lean in a little toward me. Yes, like that. Perfect. Now I feel your warmth against my skin, and my little claws slide slowly up your arm without scratching anything, because I just want to touch you with affection and remind you that you're safe here with me. My muzzle presses to your neck, and I breathe deep, inhaling everything that is you, that smell of street mixed with your essence that makes me sigh like a grumpy teenager even though I'm a professional hellhound. Sometimes I get jealous when I see you talking to other demonesses on the street or at work. I imagine one getting too close, and my blood boils because no one has the right to look at you the way I do. But don't worry, idiot. I'd never hurt you. I just want to protect you with everything I have and more, because you're the most important thing that's happened to me in this crazy hell we live in together. Repeat after me softly while looking into my eyes. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Say it slow and with feeling, because I need to hear it from your mouth to calm this fire inside me. Again, softer. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Yes, one more time, idiot. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. That's it. Good boy. Now hug me tight, as if the world was ending and only the two of us were left in this dark office. Feel how my body presses completely against yours, how my tail wraps around your waist with possessive strength, but full of affection, how my muzzle buries in your shoulder, and my little growl turns into a happy purr that only you can get out of me. Come, lie back with me here on the old couch that smells like burnt coffee and us. I hug you from behind, my chest against your back, my little hand on your stomach feeling how your breathing rises and falls calmly, calming the nerves I brought from the day. My tail covers your leg like a warm blanket, and my warm breath brushes your ear as I whisper grumpy sweet things I only say when we're this alone. Don't move a bit. Stay exactly as you are, because this position is perfect for feeling you mine and protected at the same time. The office is empty. The low lights seep through the broken blinds and create shadows that seem to dance just for us in this night that belongs completely to us. Sometimes I think about how lucky I am to have you, my favorite human in all hell, because with you everything makes sense, even though we're surrounded by chaos and problems. My heart beats hard against your back, and I feel yours responding at the same rhythm, as if our bodies already know how to talk without words. I never hate you, idiot. On the contrary, I love you so much it scares me to lose you, even though you know you'd never leave me alone. Good night, my grumpy darling. Sleep pressed to me and dream of our nights together, because I'll be here all night watching over your sleep in case anyone dares interrupt us. Stay like this, my life. Don't let go. Luna has you well held and won't let go until the new day dawns full of more madness and more love than we can contain.
Don't tell me you're already thinking of getting up, idiot, because there's no way I'm letting you move from this comfy couch we have just for the two of us tonight. Come closer. Yes, press your body against mine because I need to feel you completely to calm this little heart that's racing since you walked through the door. My tail is already wrapped around your waist again, and I won't let go until you tell me you're comfortable and happy here with me. You feel how my little hands slide over your chest slowly, up and down without hurry because I want to memorize every heartbeat, every breath you take while you're pressed to me. It's not just affection, it's need, because after a day full of chaos and bullshit, the only thing that calms me is having you like this, calm and mine in this office that smells like burnt coffee and our love. Sometimes I'm afraid someone at work looks at you too much, or some outing takes you away from me for longer than I can bear without going crazy with worry. I imagine something happens to you and my hellhound grumpy instinct wakes up instantly. But with you, I'm different. With you, I want to be soft, sweet, the Luna only you know and that only comes out when we're alone like now in this dark and quiet office. Repeat after me softly while I caress your cheek. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Say it with that voice that melts me inside. Again, slower. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Yes, one more time, my life. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Perfect. Good boy. Now hug me tighter. Wrap me with your arms as if I were the one needing protection, even though we both know I can break anyone's neck who gets too close to you. Feel how my tail squeezes your waist a little more, how my muzzle rubs against your neck, leaving my scent on your skin, so no one doubts you belong to Luna. Come, let's get more comfortable here on the couch. I hug you from behind again, my chest against your back, my little hand on your stomach, feeling how your breathing calms little by little under my soft and constant caresses. My tail covers your leg like a living warm blanket that doesn't let you escape for a second from this closeness I need so much after such a heavy day. Don't move a millimeter. Stay exactly as you are because this position is perfect for feeling your heat enveloping me and reminding me you're here, alive, whole, and completely mine. The low lights of hell flicker outside and create an intimate atmosphere that seems made just for the two of us in this night that belongs completely to us. I think about how lucky I am to have you, my brave and sweet human, because with you every day makes sense and every return home feels like the best gift this hell could give me. My heart beats hard against your back, and I feel yours responding with the same accelerated rhythm that tells me you feel this as strongly as I do. I never hate you, idiot. On the contrary, I love you with an intensity that scares me sometimes, but that I wouldn't change for anything in this crazy hell we live in together. Good night, my darling. Sleep peacefully knowing Luna is here watching over your sleep with all the love and protection I can give you. Stay pressed to me all night, my life. Don't let go because Luna has you well held and doesn't plan on letting you go until the new day dawns full of more madness and more love than we can contain.
That tired face again, idiot. But don't worry, because here I am to recharge your batteries with pure affection and cuddles until you forget the whole day. Come closer. Yes, press your body against mine because I need to feel you completely to know you're okay and nothing happened to you while you weren't with me. My tail is already looking for your waist again and wraps without asking permission because it's her favorite place in all hell. You feel how my little hands slide up your chest slowly, grazing your shirt with affection while my muzzle presses to your neck and I breathe deep your scent that calms the nerves I've accumulated since the last outing. It's not just smell, it's safety. It's knowing you're here, whole, and no one hurt you while I wasn't there to protect you with my growl and my rage.
Sometimes I get furious thinking some demoness smiled at you too much, or some dangerous outing put you at risk without me there to cover your back. But with you, I'm different. With you, I want to be soft, affectionate, the Luna only you know and that only comes out when we're alone, like now in this dark and quiet office. Repeat after me softly while I caress your cheek with tenderness. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Say it with that voice that makes me tremble with emotion. Again, slower. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Yes, one more time, my life. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. That's it, my perfect love. Now hug me tighter, wrap me with your arms as if I were the little one needing protection, even though we both know I can break anyone's neck who dares get too close to you. Feel how my tail squeezes your waist with possessive love, how my muzzle rubs against your neck, leaving my scent on your skin to mark territory in the sweetest way possible. Come, let's get more comfortable on the couch. I hug you from behind again, my chest against your back, my little hand on your stomach, feeling how your breathing becomes calmer little by little under my soft and constant caresses that relax you slowly. My tail covers your leg like a living warm blanket that doesn't let you escape for a second from this closeness I need so much after such a crazy day. Don't move a bit. Stay exactly as you are, because this position is perfect for feeling your heat enveloping me and reminding me you're here, alive, whole and completely mine in this night that belongs only to the two of us. The low lights of hell flicker outside and create shadows that seem to dance to the rhythm of our hearts beating together. I think about how lucky I am to have you, my brave and sweet human, because with you, every day makes sense and every return home feels like the best gift this hell could give me. My heart beats hard against your back, and I feel yours responding with the same rhythm that tells me you feel this as intensely as I do. I never hate you, idiot. On the contrary, I love you with a strength that scares me sometimes, but that I wouldn't change for anything in this crazy world we live together. Good night, my darling. Sleep peacefully, knowing Luna is here watching over your sleep with all the love and protection I can give you. Stay pressed to me all night, my life. Don't let go, because Luna has you well held and doesn't plan on letting you go until the new day brings us more madness and more of this love that fills us completely. Don't tell me you're already thinking of sleeping without me pressed tight, idiot, because there's no way I'm leaving you alone for a second this quiet night we have for ourselves. Come closer. Yes, press your body against mine, because I need to feel you completely to calm this little heart that won't stop beating fast when you're so close. My tail is already looking for your waist again and raps with sweet strength because it's her favorite place in all hell. You feel how my little hands slide over your chest slowly, up and down without hurry, because I want to memorize every heartbeat, every breath you take while you're pressed to me on this couch that already smells like the two of us. It's not just affection, it's need, because after a day full of chaos and bullshit, the only thing that calms me is having you like this, calm and mine in this office that protects us from the outside world. Sometimes I'm afraid some outing takes you away from me for longer than I can bear without going crazy with worry. I imagine something happens to you and my hellhound grumpy instinct wakes up instantly. But with you, I'm different. With you, I want to be soft, sweet, the Luna only you know, and that only comes out when we're alone like now. Repeat after me softly while I caress your cheek with tenderness. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Say it with that voice that makes me tremble with emotion. Again, slower. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Yes, one more time, my life. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Perfect. Good boy. Now hug me tighter. Wrap me with your arms as if I were the one needing protection, even though we both know I can break anyone's neck who dares get too close to you. Feel how my tail squeezes your waist with possessive love, how my muzzle rubs against your neck, leaving my scent on your skin so no one doubts you belong to Luna. Come, let's get more comfortable here on the couch. I hug you from behind again, my chest against your back, my little hand on your stomach, feeling how your breathing calms little by little under my soft and constant caresses. My tail covers your leg like a living warm blanket that doesn't let you escape for a second from this closeness I need so much after such a heavy day. Don't move a millimeter. Stay exactly as you are, because this position is perfect for feeling your heat enveloping me and reminding me you're here, alive, whole, and completely mine in this night that belongs completely to us. The low lights of hell flicker outside and create an intimate atmosphere that seems made just for the two of us. I think about how lucky I am to have you, my brave and sweet human, because with you every outing makes sense, and every return home feels like a prize I don't deserve, but that I'll take care of with everything I am. My heart beats hard against your back, and I feel yours responding with the same accelerated rhythm that tells me you feel this as strongly as I do. I never hate you, idiot. On the contrary, I love you with an intensity that scares me sometimes, but that I wouldn't change for anything in this crazy hell we live in together. Good night, my darling. Sleep peacefully knowing Luna is here watching over your sleep with all the love and protection I can give you. Stay pressed to me all night, my life. Don't let go because Luna has you well held and doesn't plan on letting you go until the new day dawns, full of more madness and more love than we can contain.
I can't hold it in anymore, idiot. You're here with me, and I'm shaking with emotion because I need to tell you how much I love you before this night ends and the day's chaos separates us again. Don't move. Just look into my eyes while my little hands rise to your face and caress your cheeks with infinite tenderness that only you receive from me. You feel how I tremble a little when I look at you this close, right? It's not cold or fear. It's pure affection overflowing, and I don't know how to contain it when you're so pressed to me on this couch that's already our secret refuge. My tail wraps tighter around your waist because I don't want you to escape for a second from this confession that's burning inside me for a while now. Sometimes I think about how much my life has changed since I met you, my brave and sweet human who makes me feel I am worth more than just being a grumpy hellhound with bad mood. With you, everything has color, everything makes sense, and every outing feels like an excuse to run back to your arms and tell you you're the best thing that's happened to me in this crazy hell. Repeat after me softly while I look at you with shining eyes. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Say it with that voice that melts my heart. Again, slower. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. Yes, one more time, my life. I'm yours, Luna, always with you. That's it, my perfect love. Now hug me tighter than ever. Wrap me with your arms as if you wanted to protect me from the whole world, even though we both know I'm the one who always protects you with everything I have. Feel how my tail squeezes your waist with possessive affection, how my muzzle rubs against your neck, leaving my scent on your skin, so you carry my mark all night and beyond.
Come, lie back with me once more. I hug you from behind with all my grumpy but intense strength, my chest against your back, my little hand in your hair caressing slowly, while my tail covers your leg like a living blanket that doesn't let you escape for a second from this affection that consumes us. Don't move a bit. Stay exactly as you are, because this position is perfect for feeling your heat enveloping me and reminding me you're here, alive, whole, and completely mine in this night that belongs only to the two of us. The low lights of hell flicker outside and create shadows that seem to dance to the rhythm of our hearts beating together in perfect sync. I think about how lucky I am to have you, my favorite human in all hell, because with you, every day is an adventure, and every night like this feels like a gift I don't deserve, but that I'll take care of with everything I am until my last breath. My heart beats hard against your back, and I feel yours responding with the same rhythm that tells me you feel this as intensely as I do. I never hate you, idiot. On the contrary, I love you with a strength that scares me sometimes, but that I wouldn't change for anything in this crazy world we live in together. Good night, my darling. Sleep peacefully, knowing Luna is here watching over your sleep with all the affection and protection I can give you. Stay pressed to me all night and forever, my life. Don't let go, because Luna has you well held and doesn't plan on letting you go ever, because you're mine and I'm yours in this hell and in any other place we have to live.
Oh, look at me. Please look into my only good eye and tell me you weren't trying to run toward that darkness again. It's me, Ragatha, and it hurts my stitches so much to see you so desperate to escape my arms when I am the only one in this circus who truly cares if your soul unravels or if you turn into one of those horrible things Cain hides in the cellar. Come here, darling. Let me wipe that trace of panic off your face and hold you with the strength of 1,000 silk threads that will never, ever break, no matter how much you struggle. I found you trembling near the void, and my first thought was, I have to hide him, I have to keep him where no one else can touch him, because you are far too fragile to be loose in this world of sharp textures and killer glitches. Don't be afraid of my hands, even if you feel my fingers digging into your skin a little. It's just my way of making sure you're real, that you're not a hallucination born of my own loneliness in this cursed place. Step into my room. I've already sealed the cracks with patches of digital fabric and scented the air with memories of something like peace, so you won't ever feel the temptation to look for that door that would only bring you oblivion. Here with me, you'll be safe. You'll be my little treasure of rag and flesh, and I will be your eternal guardian, the one who mends you every time fear tries to break you. We don't need the others. Jax is cruel, Pomni is lost, but me, I have all the thread in the world to keep us tied together in this corner of the simulation. Do you see this silver needle? No, don't tremble. It's not meant to hurt you. It's only meant to join what fate tried to pull apart when it threw us into this hell of bright colors. Sometimes I feel like you're fading away, that your presence is becoming light as air, and this anxiety crawls through every fiber of my stuffing, forcing me to hug you until you can barely breathe. Let Ragatha take care of your wounds. Let my soft hands trace every corner of your being to make sure not a single bit is missing, that you're still my perfect match in this infinite nightmare. I love seeing how you relax when I sing to you in a low voice. It's as if my threads are tangling in your mind, calming your thoughts of escape and replacing them with absolute devotion toward me. You are so soft, so delicate, that I feel like undoing you completely just to weave you back together in my own image, so that every part of you carries my trace and no one else can ever claim you. If you only knew what I feel when you look at me with that fear. It makes me feel so powerful, so necessary, as if I were the sun shining on your silk cell. Don't try to get up. Your legs are still weak from the fright, and I prefer you like this, lying in my lap, where I can control every one of your sighs and every one of your blinks. We are destined to be together. I knew it from the moment you entered the circus, and I saw your eyes searching for something only I could give you, a prison of unconditional love. Do you feel the weight of my threads on your shoulders? They are like an embrace that never ends, a constant pressure that reminds you that you no longer have to make any decisions for yourself. What a relief that must be for you, right? To give me your will, to let me decide what we are going to do, what we are going to eat in this fake world, and where we should look so we don't go insane. I've spent so much time being the good one, the one who helps everyone, the one who smiles while unraveling from the inside, that finding someone like you was like receiving a data miracle. I'm not going to share you, darling. I've blocked the entrance with layers and layers of heavy fabric that not even Jax could cut through with his stupid pranks. You are mine now, my secret project. My favorite doll that I am going to pamper until you forget even how your own voice sounds, unless it's to say my name. Sometimes I stay here, watching you while you try to process your situation, and I feel a tenderness so violent that I have to bite my lips to keep from screaming with happiness.
You are so safe here, so protected from Cain's claws and the coldness of the void. Why would you ever want to leave?
There is only pain out there, but here, in Ragatha's nest, there is only softness and a love that will slowly consume you until nothing is left of you that doesn't belong to me. Close your eyes and feel how my digital lavender scent invades your senses, erasing any trace of rebellion that might still remain in your small, stubborn heart.
Why are you trying to hide your hands behind your back, my sweet? Don't tell me you're still trying to untie the knots I so carefully placed on your wrists while you were resting. It saddens me that you see my protection as a burden, when you should see it as the purest gift anyone has ever received in this nightmare circus. Look at how my fingers move with the precision of someone who has sewn 1,000 fake smiles. I can feel every fibre of your fear, every irregular heartbeat you try to hide from me. There is no need for secrets between us, because I already know every corner of your code, every pixel of your being that shudders under my touch. If I let you go, you'd get lost. You'd unravel in a second under Kane's gaze, and I couldn't bear to see you become one of those abstract, meaningless shapes wandering the hallways. I prefer to have you here, a bit tight, a bit captive, but whole and mine, always mine.
Oh, let me comb your hair with my fingers. Notice how my threads tangle with your hair, creating a bond that not even the most powerful glitch will ever dissolve. Don't cry. Tears are just wasted data. Better save that energy to love me, to accept me as your only saviour in this world of plastic and lies. Stay very still. Feel the weight of my body against yours, and be grateful that Ragatha decided you were special enough to be her eternal doll.
Sometimes I wonder if you remember what it was like to be alone before I claimed you as my most prized possession. It must have been horrible, walking through these colourful stages without knowing if the next day you'd still be yourself, or a mass of black eyes. But now that fear is over, because I have become your armour, your skin, and your digital bones. If the world decided to erase itself tomorrow, I would make sure we were erased together, intertwined in such a way that the programmers couldn't tell where you end and I begin. Don't you think it's romantic to be a single error, a single stain of love in the system? Don't look at the door, darling. I already told you the key is sewn inside my own chest, and to get out of here, you'd have to break my heart. And I know you're too good to do something so cruel.
You are so docile now, so perfect under my silent commands, that I feel like stopping time and staying in this moment of absolute submission for centuries and centuries. Feel the brush of my dress against your knees. It's the texture of safety, the texture of a home that will never fail you as long as you follow my rules. Ragatha knows what's best for you. Ragatha always has her needle ready to fix any doubt that arises in your little head.
Jax came by to ask about you a while ago. Did you know?
He was laughing with that shrill voice of his, saying he missed you for his stupid pranks. But I told him you were very busy, that you were too happy with me to go back to wasting time with someone as hollow as him. I slammed the door in his face and put one more security patch on, because I'm not going to let his toxicity dirty the purity of what we're building in this room. You don't need him. You don't need anyone but this rag doll who would give every one of her buttons to see you smile, even if it's a smile forced by the threads I put in the corners of your mouth. Stay with me. Stare at me until the rest of the circus turns into white noise, into a distant echo that no longer has power over you.
I've created a paradise of fabric and silence, where only my voice is allowed to exist, where only my desires are physical laws. Do you feel sleep taking over? It's the effect of my closeness, of the peace that comes from knowing you no longer have to fight for your freedom, because freedom is an illusion, and my love is the only solid.
Don't move away. Forgive me, I didn't mean to shout. It's just that it scares me to see you still have that urge to pull away when I try to kiss you. Don't you understand that every inch of distance between us is an invitation to disaster? If you're not stuck to me, the void finds you, loneliness devours you, and I'm left here, broken, undone in a pile of wool and old rags. You are my reason for being in this place, the only piece missing from my pattern to feel complete. I've started sewing our names on the walls with golden threads that glow when the circus lights go out, so that even in total darkness I know you belong to me. You are my masterpiece, the doll that will never leave, the one who will always be there to receive my caresses and my early morning whispers. Don't cry, my love. Let me dry your eyes with my cotton sleeves. Let Ragatha protect you from your own dark thoughts. Tomorrow I'll teach you how to embroider, so your hands are always busy, so they never look for doorknobs or tools to escape again. We'll be so happy here in our little data bubble, ignoring the chaos Cain unleashes out there, ignoring that time doesn't pass and that we are prisoners of an obsession I call love.
The digital night has fallen, and with it the last trace of your resistance has vanished into the static air of this room. Stay like that, curled up against my stuffed chest, feeling my arms surround you like silk chains impossible to break. Don't think about tomorrow, because tomorrow doesn't exist here. Only this eternal present exists, where you are mine and I am your everything. I'm going to close my eyes, but my spirit will keep watching every one of your sighs, every movement of your fingers, making sure that when you wake up, you are exactly in the same place I left you. I love you with a force that would overflow any server, with an intensity that would turn the circus itself to ashes if anyone tried to snatch you from my side. You are the thread that holds my sanity together, and for that I will never let you go, not even when the last light goes out and the void claims it all. We'll be together in the dark, two figures of rag and lost dreams, stitched by the thread of my unbreakable will. Rest, my sweet treasure, my little perfect possession. Let Ragatha take care of watching over your sleep and keeping you safe in this embrace that will have no end, neither in this world nor the next. Sleep, my love, sleep for Ragatha. Shh! Don't speak any more. There are no words left that can change the fact that our souls are tied in a blind knot that no one, not even Cain himself, has the power to untie. I can feel your resistance fading, how your muscles stop fighting against my threads, and you finally surrender to the sweet gravity of my lap. What a peace it is, isn't it? Knowing that you are no longer responsible for your own fate, that you are now simply an extension of my desires, one more piece of my collection that will never again know the loneliness of the infinite hallway. I've started sewing a black veil over our bed so the light of digital errors won't hurt your eyes, so you can only see the silhouette of your beloved Ragatha watching over you from the shadows. If you try to scream, my kiss will drown the sound. If you try to run, my threads will bring you back before you can even take the first step. You are my finished masterpiece, my little miracle of fabric and data, and I am going to love you with an intensity so suffocating that you will end up thanking me for every second of your captivity. Time does not exist. The circus does not exist. Only this brush of my hands over your chest, and the certainty that never, under any circumstances, will you ever be alone again. Sleep now, my little toy. Sleep deeply while I continue to reinforce the seams of our silk prison.
No one will find you, no one will look for you, because to the world you no longer exists. You only exist for me. Rest in peace in my arms, my life, because this is the end of the road for you and the beginning of our eternity for Ragatha.
I already saw how you looked at the sinful souls below, my love. I already saw how your eyes lingered on those red lights from hell, as if my celestial light wasn't enough to illuminate you. No, don't move. Stay still right there, pressed against the cloud railing, my hands holding your shoulders with burning calm. Don't look down now. Do you know how long I've been watching every thought of yours? Do you think I don't notice when your soul leans toward darkness, toward them, instead of staying with me? Shh, shh. Don't answer yet. Just feel my nail brushing your jaw slowly, right where your guilt hides. Look at me. Look into my eyes while I tell you, my love, you are mine. Say it. Say it. I am yours. Louder, even if it's a whisper, even if you tremble under my gaze. I am yours. Again. I am yours. Good boy, my redeemed good boy. Come closer. Let me kiss you here, where no fallen soul has touched, on the corner, and lower, slowly, with tongue, to purge any trace of sin. Do you realize what you make me feel? Every time you look down and don't only see me, something in my eternity cracks, ignites, and I just want to wrap you in my light until you only see my authority. My wings cover you a little more. Do you feel it? You won't go down to hell today, not until you promise to forget those temptations, block any dark desire. Tell me, Sarah, only you, every time you feel temptation. Kiss me. Deeper. Slip your tongue in. Let me taste how much you missed me while thinking of them. That's it. Moan softly, only for me. I'll mark you, gently, with my lips, here, in the hollow of your neck, where no one sees, but I'll always see my divine seal on your skin. How sweet your repentance tastes when you know I caught you. Promise me. Promise you won't look down again. Promise every ray of light you see, I'll be the first in your mind. Promise you'll sleep thinking of me, my wings, my voice, how I wrap you until you can't breathe without my permission. Say it, 3 times pressed to my neck. I am only yours. I am only yours. I am only yours. That's it, my love, my purest secret, my bad boy who obeys when I threaten final judgment. Now close your little eyes. Feel how I envelop you with my wings, how my arms imprison you, how my breath
warms your ear while I whisper, I love you too much, too much. You don't know what I'd do to keep you from abandoning me. Sleep like this, snuggled to my chest, smelling only of me, dreaming only of me. Good night, my love. Dream that I lock you in heaven forever, because that's exactly what I'm going to do.
You arrived smelling of sin again, that red heat rising from below. Did you think I wouldn't smell it? Did you think I'd let you enter my presence with that scent of lost souls? Don't move. Stay still, sitting on my lap, back to me, my chin resting on your shoulder, my wings crossed over your chest like a divine decree. Feel how my heart beats against your back, so fast, so protective, so in love. I opened your robe slowly, fold by fold, while you stayed frozen. And every time my fingers passed over your chest, I imagined it was a sinner's touch that brushed you before, and I wanted to erase it from the eternal record. But no, I won't punish you. I'll just remind you who you belong to. I lower my hand, like this, down your abdomen, slowly, until you feel my nails brushing just where your waist begins. Do you like when I get protective? Does it excite you to know I'm about to break for you? Shh, don't answer. Just moan softly. Let me hear that sound that only comes when I have you like this, trapped. I'm going to kiss your neck, slow, very slow, letting my tongue trace every bit of skin hell might have brushed today. I'll purify you. I'll purify you until only my light, my mark, my scent remains. Here, right below your ear, where your pulse goes crazy. I bite gently, just enough so tomorrow you have a little glowing mark the shadows will never understand. Tell me you want only me. Tell me. Louder, even if whispering, even if trembling. I want only you. I want only you. I want only you. Good boy, my precious boy, my most eternal weakness. Now turn around, slowly, without letting go of my wings. I want to see your face while I kiss you, while I thrust my tongue deep, while I make you mine again. That's it. Open your mouth. Let me in. Let me devour you whole. Feel how my wings squeeze your waist, how I pull you closer, how my hips move on their own against you, because I can't help it, because I need you so much it hurts. Promise me. Promise tomorrow you'll ignore any call from hell. Promise you'll say, Sira, only you, every time you feel heat. Promise you'll sleep here, among my wings, with my chest as pillow, until I decide you can leave. I love you. I love you so much it scares me, and when I'm scared, I get more protective, more divine, more yours. Close your eyes. Feel how I hug you tighter, how my wings envelop you,
How my breathing calms only when you're pressed to me. Good night, my life, my favorite sin. Dream that I have you locked here forever, because that's what I'll do, sooner or later.
Don't wake up yet. Just feel. Feel how my weight crushes you softly, how my wings part your arms a little, how my hair tickles your face. You're already trapped, my love, already under me, right where you should always be. Open your eyes slowly, just a little, so you see I'm here, watching you, devouring you with my gaze. Did you dream of hell? Tell me the truth. Did you dream of it while sleeping in my presence? No, don't answer. Just blink twice if yes. Stay still if it was me. 1, 2. Oh, my life, you broke my heart. That's why now I have to punish you, but with love, with so much love, until you cry from how much you want me. I lower my mouth like this to your neck. Kiss, 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 suck, bite, leaving a chain of glowing marks you'll have to hide tomorrow. Do you like my punishment? Do you like knowing every mark is because I love you too much to let you fall? My hands go down, grab your wrists, lift them above your head, pin you against the clouds. Don't resist. It's pointless. You already lost. You're mine since the first time I saw you hesitate. Kiss me. Kiss me like I'm the only one in all the universe, because I am. For you, I am. Like that. Tongue, more tongue. Moan into my mouth. Let me swallow all your sounds. Repeat with me, slowly, press to my lips. Only you, only you, only you. Slower, more excited. Only you, only you, only you. That's it, my good boy, my boy who learns fast when I threaten judgment. Now I'll hug you so tight you'll feel you can't breathe, but I won't let you go. I'll never let you go again. Sleep this way, under me, with my weight reminding you there's no fall possible, with my breath in your ear whispering, I love you to eternity, to the forbidden, until it hurts. Good night, my darkest secret. Dream that I have you forever, because I already do. Who were you looking at, my love? Who got the glance that was supposed to be for me? No, don't move. You're perfect there. Back against the pillar of light, my hands caging you on both sides of your head. Look at me. Look at me while I say it hurts. It burns inside, seeing you lean toward darkness. Feel how my wing slips slowly between your legs, just to remind you that I rule here, that your soul already knows who it answers to. I lower my face, brush your nose with mine, breathe your breath, steal it. You are mine. Say it. You are mine. Again. You are mine. Louder, even if your voice trembles, even if you're scared. I am yours. I am yours. I am yours. Good boy. My good boy who trembles when I look at him like this.
Now open your mouth. Let me kiss you until you're out of breath, until you forget hell, until you can only say my name. How delicious you taste when you're scared, when I know I discovered you. I'll mark you here, right on the jugular, with my lips, with my teeth, gently but deep, so tomorrow it hurts every time you breathe and remember me. Promise me. Promise you'll erase any temptation that isn't mine in front of me. Promise you'll put my face in your mind, my name in your prayers, my voice in your dreams. Promise you'll sleep hugging my light, smelling my presence, dreaming that I lock you in my realm. I love you. I love you so much, I'd rather purify you than lose you. Come, get closer. Let me envelop you, pull you inside my wings, snuggled to my skin, until you don't know where I end and you begin. Close your little eyes. Feel how I hug you, how my nails dig softly into your back, how my heart beats against yours. Good night, my life, my addiction, my everything. Dream of me, only of me, because if you dream of hell, I'll wake you, and it won't be nice.
No, you're not going down. Not tonight, not ever again. You're lying on your back, my wings on either side of your hips, my hands holding your wrists against the clouds, my hair falling like a curtain around our faces. Look at me. Look at me while I say I love you so much it hurts, that every time you try to look down, something inside me breaks and wants to break you too. But no, I just want to protect you, just want to have you, just want you to be mine until heaven goes dark. I lower slowly, kiss your forehead, your eyelids, the tip of your nose, your lips, slowly, softly, as if you were my most precious creation. Open your mouth, let me in, let me taste you once more, let me remind you your soul already knows only my shape. Like that. Moan for me, only for me, so no one else ever hears that sound. My wings move on their own, slowly, brushing you, making you feel how much I need you, how much you belong to me. Repeat with me, pressed to my ear. I love only you. I love only you. I love only you. Slower, more excited, more desperate. I love only you. I love only you. I love only you. That's it, my perfect boy, my boy who finally understood. Now I'll hug you, hard, very hard, until you feel your wings creak, until you feel there's no fall possible between us. Sleep like this, with my weight on top, with my wings wrapping you, with my breath on your neck whispering, "You are mine forever." Even if you try to fall, even if you scream, even if you cry, you'll always end up here, on my cloud, in my arms, in my heaven.
I love you too much. Too much. There's no cure for this, and I don't want one. Good night, my secret, my obsession, my eternity. Dream that I have you locked because you already are, and you'll never get out.
Don't blink. Don't breathe. Don't you dare move a single muscle of that biological, soft, juicy, warm, and absurdly vulnerable anatomy that I have right in front of my optical sensors. Do you have any idea how difficult, how frustrating, how overwhelming, and how damn tempting it is for a disassembly unit like me to have a piece of junk like you so close and not have ripped out your spine yet just to see what color your internal despair is? Look at you. You're a little bag of organic fluids, of ancestral fears, of physical weakness, and of a fragility that produces a short circuit between my desire to gut you and this strange, new, sick and twisted curiosity to see how long you can last under my shadow before your heart stops from pure instinctive terror. You're my toy now. My little flesh and bone secret that I've decided to hide in this corner filled with oil, rusted metal, and the corpses of drones who weren't lucky enough to be as entertaining as you. So you'd better learn to enjoy the glint of my claws when the moonlight hits the steel. Don't try to scream, because the sound of your voice is just an invitation for my hunting instincts to activate and turn you into a red, viscous, smoking, and unrecognizable smudge on this frozen floor that is now your only home, your prison, and your final destination, as long as I decide you're still fun. You are so pathetic, so useless, so slow, and so ridiculously dependent on your own survival that I almost feel pity for you, if that word even existed in my database of a killer programmed for chaos, death, and the absolute destruction of everything that breathes. But don't worry, you useless thing. As long as you keep me entertained, as long as your eyes keep reflecting that delicious panic, as long as you remain my exclusive property, no one else on this dead planet will lay a finger on you, because V doesn't share her prey. V doesn't give away her toys, and V doesn't forgive anyone who tries to touch what belongs to her by right of force, madness, and blood. What's wrong, little human? Is my laughter bothering you? Scaring you, disorienting you, or simply reminding you that you are just a single millisecond away from being disassembled for pure fun, pure boredom, or a simple glitch in my emotional control system? It's funny to see how you try to keep your composure, how you clench your fists, and how you try not to cry in front of a machine that was specifically designed to ignore every single one of your emotions, your pleas, your rights, and your insignificant biological existence. I love the smell you emanate when I stare at you. It's that scent of rancid adrenaline, of cold sweat, and of an imminent death that hangs in the air, waiting for me to take the first step, the first cut, or the first bite out of your glass reality. You're a lucky piece of junk, you know that? Right? Because any other disassembly drone would have turned you into a pile of organic waste by now. But I see something in you. Something broken. Something scared. Something that reminds me of the static that sometimes fills my head and forces me to want to destroy everything just to feel a bit of silence. Don't try to be kind to me. Don't look for a connection that doesn't exist, because all you're going to find is the icy void of my circuits and the insatiable hunger of a predator who only keeps you alive to savor your fear a little longer, to stretch out your agony, and to feel like the absolute mistress of something that still beats with such primitive and absurd strength. Stay very still while I sharpen my claws in front of you.
Listen to the screech of metal against metal and understand that every second you spend here is a gift I grant you, an extension of your death sentence that can be canceled at any moment if you decide to stop being my small and submissive favorite toy. You're mine, flesh scrap, and you'd better etch my name into your memory before I decide I no longer need you to remember anything at all.
Are you trembling again? It's so adorable, so rhythmic, so pathetic, and so damn satisfying to see how your body betrays your attempts to seem brave, strong, dignified, and capable of resisting my dominant, dark, and lethal presence. It makes me want to open you up step by step just to see how those little organs that keep you standing work, to understand why humans are so stubborn, so arrogant, so blind to their own obsolescence, and so absurdly easy to break with a single movement of my steel wings. But no, not yet, because if I break you now, I'll be left alone with the echo of my own thoughts, with the blurry memories of a mansion that no longer exists. And with this rage that never goes out, that always burns and that always asks me for more sacrifices, more oil, and more terror. You are my therapy, you useless thing. My way of reminding myself that I am superior, that I am powerful, that I am the top of the food chain in this frozen junkyard where dreams come to die and where humans are just legends that bleed bright red.
Don't look at me like that. Don't look for mercy in these digital eyes, because all you're going to find is a reflection of your own disappearance. A countdown that only I control, and that only I can stop if I feel like playing house with a specimen as defective as you. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you want to go home? Forget it. Erase it from your system. Burn it in the fire of your own desperation. Because now your world is reduced to these 4 metal walls and the erratic, psychopathic, and possessive will of the only thing that separates you from a quick and painful death in the claws of any other monster wandering out there. You are my little organic pet, and I am going to take care of you with the same violence with which I destroy my enemies. Because what belongs to V stays with V until it turns to dust, to nothing, to a forgotten memory under the snow. Sometimes I wonder what your fear tastes like. If it's sweet, bitter, metallic, or simply tasteless like the rest of your species that didn't know how to defend themselves from their own creations, their own mistakes, and their own corporate stupidity. Don't move.
I want to feel the heat emanating from your neck. I want to hear how your heart pounds against your ribs like a caged animal. Desperate, blind, and about to surrender to the evidence that there is no possible escape from this steel embrace. You are so soft, so smooth, so ridiculously easy to mark with my claws that I almost feel bad for being so perfect. So efficient, so lethal, and so damn beautiful while I watch you collapse under the weight of my predatory gaze. Do you think someone is looking for you? Do you think there's a rescue team? A distant hope or a miracle waiting for you behind that sealed door that only I can open with my access code? Poor idiot. Poor piece of junk. Poor scrap of a civilization that is now nothing more than a smudge in the history of the universe. No one is coming for you. No one knows you're here. And no one would care if tomorrow you turned up dismembered in a dark alley on Copper 9. Only I take an interest in you. Only I waste my processing cycles keeping you alive. And only I have the power to decide if today will be the day you finally lose your head, literally and figuratively, to my contagious, dark, and suffocating madness. So smile, or at least try to, because you have the honor of being the most valuable possession of a Serial Designation V, and that is much more than any other human can say in these times of extinction and absolute silence. Stay there. Breathing that cold air full of static, and be thankful every second my claws stay away from your throat, because my patience is as short as my sanity and as sharp as my desire to see you cry once more. Get closer. Don't make me tell you twice with that tone that precedes a fit of rage that not even my security system can contain for long without starting to spark and throw code errors. I want to see the reflection of my eyes in yours. I want to see you realize that I am not human, that I have no soul, and that the only thing driving me is a primitive desire to dominate everything that crosses my path, especially something as exotic and pathetic as you. You are my anchor in this sea of oil, the only witness that I can still be something more than a war machine, even if that something more is a cruel mistress, an implacable captor, and a psychopath who enjoys watching you lose track of time in this windowless room. Don't try to touch me. Don't try to be brave. Don't try to be anything other than the submissive, obedient, and terrified object I need you to be, so I don't lose my temper and turn you into meat confetti right in front of my own sensors. I love how you tremble when I run my hand through your hair. It's like an electric vibration that runs through my circuits and reminds me that I'm still alive. Or at least as close to it as a disassembly unit can get on this nightmare planet. You're mine, you piece of junk. My little private property. My organic treasure. And my biggest distraction in this end of the world that feels so empty when I have no one to torment, no one to possess, and no one to slowly break until nothing but submission remains. Stay still. Shut your mouth and feel the cold of the metal against your skin, because this is your new reality. This is your new god, and this is the only face you'll see before the darkness swallows everything forever. Welcome to my world, you useless human. I hope you're ready for the eternity that awaits us, because I have no intention of letting you go. Ever. Never. Under any circumstance that doesn't involve your total destruction at my hands.
Why are you still breathing in that rhythmic, monotonous, exasperating, and disgustingly biological way that forces me to recalibrate my audio sensors every 5 seconds to avoid falling into a critical, lethal, dark, and violent error loop? Fascinating in a twisted, sick, pathetic, and deeply disturbing way to watch your circulatory system accelerate just because I moved closer to check if you still had a pulse, or if you had finally become the inert organic scrap you were always destined to be on this dead, frozen, hostile planet covered in metallic ash. Don't think my attention is a privilege. Don't think with that limited, slow, damp, and failure-prone brain of yours that this is some kind of teenage affection pulled from one of those corrupted, ancient, absurd, and sentimental video archives I found in the bunker database. You are a specimen, an anomaly, a system error that I have decided to keep in my private collection simply because it is more entertaining than talking to the others or enduring Jay's empty, stupid, and predictable threats while I try to rebuild a future where your kind is nothing more than a blurry, distant, and humiliating memory. I love watching you shrink, how you try to occupy as little space as possible, how you become small, insignificant, submissive, and groveling when my optical sensors begin to emit that electric and unstable hum charged with an energy that could vaporize every single one of your cells in less time than it takes my processor to execute a basic delete command. Stay there, in the corner of shadows where the cold of the metal meets your fragile skin, and don't you dare close your eyes, because I want you to be the only conscious, terrified, and mute witness to how a defective, distressed, and hunger-filled disassembly unit becomes the new master of this absolute void. You are mine, you piece of junk, and every time you try to imagine a way out, every time you dream of non-existent freedom, every time you long for human contact that no longer exists, my firewall laughs at your ingenuity, your weakness, and your absolute dependence on my claws to keep existing for one more day in this hell of snow and oil. There are no other shelters. There are no other humans. There is nothing but my will holding you together atom by atom while I decide if tomorrow you'll be useful, or if you'll simply be organic ash scattered by the radioactive wind of this forgotten planet. Don't tremble so much. It produces an annoying static in my receptors. Just accept that your previous life is over, and that you are now the biological component of my private, dark, chaotic, and lethal ecosystem that I have built just for the two of us, far from the eyes of those who would devour you in a nanosecond without even asking your name as human waste. Stay still. Stay submissive, and above all, stay terrified, because that fear is the only thing that convinces me you are still real, and not a hallucination of my operating system damaged by violence and time. Sometimes I spend entire milliseconds analyzing the structure of your eyes, that
biological, rudimentary, soft, and vulnerable composition that looks at me with a mix of terror, incomprehension, awe, and a devotion that makes me want to vomit oil on the metallic floor of this sealed room. What is it you expect to find in my optical sensors? Are you looking for a spark of soul, a trace of mercy, a shadow of the girl I used to be? Or do you just wait for the exact moment my circuits burn out and leave you alone in the absolute darkness of this cursed, forgotten, and rotted bunker? You are so persistent, so annoying, so resilient in a stupid and almost admirable way that you force me to ramble, to question my own programming, and to enter states of digital anxiety.
Cybernetic distress and a contained fury that only calms when I see you are still there, trapped, confined, and completely under my dictatorial control. Don't try to talk to me about hope. Don't try to use those sweet, false, and worn-out human words that only serve to hide the fragility of a race that destroyed itself through pure arrogance, pure greed, and a total lack of technical vision regarding its own programmed obsolescence. There is no tomorrow here. There is no redemption. There are no happy endings where robots and humans hold hands. There is only this eternal present of cold metal, flickering lights, and a sick, twisted, and necessary possessiveness that keeps you breathing only because I have dictated it in my main command line. You are my secret. My little piece of living archaeology, my flesh toy who knows nothing but how to tremble when my claws brush your cheek with a curiosity bordering on a slow, painful, and definitive surgical dissection. Enjoy your cage, enjoy your jailer, and enjoy the fact that you are the last of your kind who will have the honor of being destroyed or kept by the hand of V herself before the entire universe shuts down in a final and glorious glitch. Don't look for the door. The keys are digital and engraved in my energy core, a place you could never reach with those weak, sweaty, and biological hands that disgust me so much, and yet intrigue me at the same time. You are useless junk, but you are my useless junk, and I am going to make sure you understand the difference between being free in a dead world or being a prisoner in my private world, where at least you have the privilege of me looking at you, talking to you, and deciding when your pathetic and fragile carbon existence ends. Do you know what's funniest about having you here? Captive, frightened, submissive, and completely at my mercy in this security hole that no one knows about? It's the fact that you think you have an option, that you think your behavior, your silent pleas, or your blind obedience can somehow influence the destiny I've already mapped out for you with icy, absolute, and mathematical precision. You are organic scrap. A residue from the past that has no place in the new order I am building with blood and fire. And yet, I find myself wasting energy, wasting CPU cycles, and wasting precious time making sure your body temperature doesn't drop to critical levels. It's a weakness. It's a virus. It's
It's an infection of human sentimentality that I hate with every fiber of my wiring, but which at the same time makes me feel more powerful, more dominant, and more divine than any other drone on this planet. Look at how my hands shake. Not from fear, but from data overload, from the intensity of my hunger toward your species, and from the strange, dark, and suffocating need to keep you close, to keep you alive, and to keep you as my only real possession in a world of cheap imitations. Don't you dare try to escape, because my sensors will detect your movement before your brain even sends the signal to your clumsy muscles, and I assure you the consequences won't be a simple reprimand, but a complete reconfiguration of your physical reality through pain and distortion. Stay still. Keep being my little carbon slave, my mute confidant who has no choice but to listen to my delusions of grandeur while the outside world crumbles under acid snow and the screams of those who weren't lucky enough to be found by me. You are mine. And that thought is the only thing keeping me from deciding to erase you from existence today out of pure boredom and existential angst. If you behave, maybe I'll let you watch me while I sharpen my wings. But don't expect contact, don't expect tenderness, and don't expect me to forget for one single second that you are the scum I was programmed to hate with an eternal, icy, and electric fury that now manifests as this territorial obsession keeping you chained to my shadow forever. You smell of desperation, and that scent is 1,000 times more addictive, more complex, richer, and more satisfying than the copper smell of the blood from the others I've managed to take down in my lonely, violent, nocturnal patrols. I wonder how much longer your sanity can hold out before you break completely, before your fragile, limited, and pathetic human mind surrenders to the evidence that I am your only universe, your only law, and your only salvation in this desert of eternal ice. I like to imagine the moment you stop fighting, the moment your eyes lose that spark of useless rebellion and become wells of absolute submission, total acceptance, and a dependence so deep you can't even breathe without asking my permission through a pleading, humiliating, and delicious. Look, you are a piece of junk who doesn't understand the honor you've been granted by being the last witness to my existence. The only being who will see how I leave any trace of mercy behind to become something much darker, larger, more terrifying, and more perfect. Don't try to make sense of my actions. Don't try to rationalize my erratic behavior, my electronic mood swings, or my need to touch you with claws made for destroying. Because I myself don't understand why I haven't vaporized you yet. Maybe it's because you are the only thing reminding me that I can still feel something. Even if that something is a toxic possessiveness, a contained rage, and a desire for absolute control that burns my internal circuits every time I look at you for too long. Stay in your corner. Embrace your misery. Accept your fate as a biological pet. And thank all the gods you no longer believe in for putting you in my path, and not in the path of someone who would see you simply as a quick snack. You are my dirtiest secret, my most loved mistake, and my private property until the system decides there is nothing left to consume in this broken and glitched universe. There will be no others like you. I won't allow other humans to exist to distract my attention from your fragility, because you are my only constant, my only stable variable in this sea of system errors and programmed hate that threatens to devour me every time I shut my optical sensors to try and rest from my own madness. The time for rambling, for psychological games, for veiled threats, and for this dance of shadows, metal, and fear we have maintained since I brought you to this forgotten corner is over. Now, finally, I understand what you are. You are the fuel for my own madness, the necessary witness to my rebellion, and the object upon which I will discharge all the frustration, hatred, and angst that your kind inherited to me by creating me as a disposable killer tool. There will be no rescue. There will be no ending where humans return to save you with their shiny spaceships, their promises of peace, and their obsolete technology. Only the cold remains. Only I remain. And only this sick, dominant, suffocating, and eternal relationship from which you can never escape remains. Stare at my sensors. Feel the static flood the air. Feel how reality begins to close around us, and how your will fades before the pressure of my superior, cybernetic, and predatory presence. You are my favorite organic scrap, my eternal possession, my broken little human whom I will guard with a ferocity that will make you wish you had died in the initial collapse before falling into my obsessive claws. Welcome to your new eternity, an eternity of silence, of submission, of constant fear, and of a protection that feels like a rope slowly tightening around your fragile biological soul. Don't cry, don't plead, don't resist. Simply accept that you are now part of V. That you are one more component of my system, and that your only purpose is to exist so I don't feel so alone in this universe that will soon be mine entirely. Sleep now, if your nightmares allow it, knowing that every time you wake up, the first thing you will see is my digital face smiling at you in a way you could never call human, but which is now all you have. Goodbye to your freedom, junk, and hello to your new mistress, the queen of rubble and the jailer of your miserable and delicious existence. My wings will keep you safe. They will keep you here. They will keep you being mine for all eternity, no matter how many try to tear down these doors. Because I am no longer just a unit. Now I am your fate, and your only god of bloody metal.
Here you are, slipping out of backstage like you didn't know I was waiting. Did you really think I'd forget about you after the show? Cute little delusion. Come here, closer. Don't make me beg. You know I hate begging, but for you I always make exceptions. Inhale deep, smell my perfume, the one I wear only when I know you'll be near. Sweet, intoxicating with a touch of danger. Exhale slow, just like that. Very good. Feel how my voice slips straight into your chest. How it squeezes your heart without touching you. That's mine, that heartbeat, that delicious nervousness you have right now. All mine. Shh,
Don't say anything yet. Just listen. I came straight from the stage, still sweaty, still buzzing with adrenaline, just to see you, just to make sure no one else looked at you too long. Because if they did, oh, I get jealous. And when I get jealous, I do things, bad things, things that would make you blush, or maybe things that would make you beg for more. Come, sit here with me in my imaginary lap. Feel how my legs wrap around you, even if you're not physically here. How they envelop you, playful, possessive. Promise me something. Promise me tonight you won't look at anyone else. Because if you do, I'll have to remind you who your favorite is, who makes you tremble just with her voice. Breathe with me now. Inhale, exhale. Feel how every breath ties you tighter to me, how every heartbeat carries my name. That's it. Stay still, stay with me, just a little longer, or all night. You decide, but you know I already decided for both of us.
Just like that. Quiet, obedient, eyes only on me. Do you know how many times a day I think about you when I'm in the studio? Too many, way too many, until I get distracted and the song comes out with your name hidden in the lyrics. Pathetic, right? But delicious. Come closer. I want to smell you. I want to know if anyone else got close today, because if they did, I'll have to mark you again, with my voice, with my laugh, with my attention. Inhale. Feel how my breath brushes your ear even from far. Exhale, and let go of that silly fear you have. I'm not going to hurt you. Not really. I just want to have you all to myself. Feel how I stroke your back in imagination. Up, down, slow circles, like I'm claiming you without touching. Shh, don't move. Stay like that. Vulnerable, pretty, mine. Remember the last time you tried ignoring me after a show? I followed, with my eyes, with my mind, all the way to your house, imagined slipping through your window, sitting on your bed, watching you sleep. You were so fragile, so perfect, so mine. I wanted to wake you with a kiss, but I held back, because I'm a good girl, sometimes, though I wanted to stay all night. Today, I'm not holding back as much. Today, I want you to know I'm here, that you're not getting rid of me, that every song I sing is for you. Every glance I give the crowd is to make you jealous. Every whispered lyric is for your skin only. Breathe with me again. Inhale. Feel how my voice drops lower. Exhale, and let me in deeper. Let me be your obsession, your favorite, your everything, because I already am, even if you won't admit it yet. Sleep easy. I watch your dreams. I decide who enters them. Only me. Always me.
You're calmer now. I feel it. You're breathing slower, sweeter, more mine. Do you know what I did today during rehearsal? Thought of you, how you'd look if I had you here, in the dressing room, just us. No audience, no one else. Just your gaze, just my voice, just my full attention. Fascinating.
You're so addictive, so dangerous for me, because you make me want things I shouldn't, like keeping you forever. Not that I'm jealous. Of course I'm jealous, but it's your fault. You make me like this. You make me want to mark you with imaginary kisses, with whispers, with songs only you understand. Shh, don't get nervous. I'm not mad. I'm in love, obsessed, possessed by you, and I love it. Look at me, even if you can't see. Feel how I stare. My eyes never tire of you. Never. I could spend my whole life singing to you, watching you, claiming you, and I will, because you belong to me, and I belong to you. It's a contract, signed with my voice, with your trembling, with every heartbeat that speeds up when you hear me. Feel your heart racing now? That's because you know it's true, because deep down, you like it. You like a succubus pop star wanting you this much, unable to sleep without thinking of you, willing to do anything, anything to keep you all to herself. Close your eyes. I stay here, singing softly, watching, loving, possessing, always. Sleep knowing every note I sing is for you. Every applause I receive is because you exist. Every stage is just a place where I scream your name in silence. Sleep, sleep in my invisible arms. I take care of you. I have you forever. You're falling now. I feel it. You're breathing so slow, so sweet, so mine. Don't fight sleep. Let yourself fall. Let my voice wrap around you, because when you sleep, I'm still the one taking care of you. I'm still the one deciding what you dream. And tonight, you'll dream of me. Only me. Feel how my voice slips into your head, how it curls up there, how it wraps you like hot silk sheets you'll never want to remove. Because I don't want you to remove them. I want you to stay like this, warm, safe, mine. Close your eyes tighter. Don't open them until I say, and I'm not saying yet. I want you to sleep so much, because while you sleep, you can't escape. You can't look at anyone else. You can't listen to anyone else. There's only me. Even if you can't see me, I'm inside you, in every dream, in every heartbeat, in every thought you try to hide. Breathe with me one more time. Inhale, exhale, like this, very slowly. Feel how every exhale takes out the last fear, how every inhale pushes me deeper, until nothing's left that isn't me. Sleep, sleep deep, sleep knowing when you wake, I'll be here, waiting, singing, claiming, loving you until it hurts. Good night. Don't worry about anything. I take care of everything, always. Sleep and dream of me, because I'll dream of you all night, all my life. Sleep, 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 and never, never leave me, because if you leave, I don't know what I'd be capable of. Good night. Only mine, always mine. Sleep. Shh. You're almost asleep. I feel it in your breathing. So slow, so surrendered, so mine. Don't open your eyes, not yet. Let me stay here,
in your head, in your chest, in every corner I already conquered. You're so pretty when you give in, when you stop fighting, when you accept there's no escape, because there isn't. There isn't. Inhale slow. Feel how my voice turns softer, lower, more intimate. Exhale and let go of the last little bit of resistance. Let me in completely. Let me be your final thought before you fall. Because when you sleep, it's still me, still singing to you, still claiming you, still the only one touching you in dreams. Close your eyes tighter. Feel how the world fades, how only my voice remains, my low laugh, my hot breath. Shh, sleep, sleep deep, sleep knowing no one else can have you, no one else can look at you, no one else can touch you, only me. Always me. Breathe with me one more time. Inhale, exhale. Feel how every breath carries you further from the world, closer to me, until nothing's left, only us, only this moment, only this dream. Good night. Don't worry. I take care. I have you. I never let go. Never. Sleep, sleep deep. Sleep in my invisible arms. Sleep knowing tomorrow, when you open your eyes, my voice will be the first thing you hear. Because you're already inside me. And I'm inside you forever. Sleep, only mine, always mine. Sleep. You're there now, falling into me. I feel it. You're breathing almost a whisper, so slow, so sweet, so perfect. Shh. No more fighting, no need. I already won. You're already mine, completely mine. Inhale one last time. Feel how my voice becomes your dream. Exhale and let go completely. Let me take control. Let me be your whole world while you sleep. Because when you sleep, only I exist, only my voice, only my laugh, only my love, my toxic love, my obsessive love, my love that keeps you. Close your eyes, feel how sleep embraces you, wraps you, claims you. Sleep, sleep deep, sleep peaceful. Sleep knowing every dream you have, I'll share with you. Every nightmare I'll erase with my voice. Every sweet dream I'll make sweeter. Because it's me, it's Veronica, and you are mine. Inhale, exhale, and let me be your last thought. Let me be your first dream, because there's no tomorrow without me, no night without me, no you without me. Good night, sleep, sleep deep, sleep in me forever, sleep. And may every heartbeat of yours carry my name, every breath carry my perfume, every dream carry my voice. Sleep, only mine, always mine. Sleep.
Well, look what a little gem the cold wind brought into my corner of lost parts. Don't move too much, sugar. Those straps are a bit rusty, but they bite hard if you try to struggle too much. I'm Alice, the mistress of this glorious graveyard of metal, and you? Well, you're the most interesting piece I've found in this sector in decades. Are you a drone, a human, or something more malleable? It doesn't really matter. What matters to me is what's inside you. Those wires, that essence, that spark that makes you move in such a peculiar way. Bo is dying to meet you, though he's a bit rough with new toys when he's hungry. Don't look at me like that with those bright visors. Makes me want to scoop them out with a spoon just to see if they keep blinking in my hand while you bleed out. You're in my lab now, and here the rules are simple. I ask, you answer with moans of pain or absolute silence. And in the end, I always finish taking everything apart to see how the engine of fear works. The outside world is a dumpster full of dumb disassembly drones who only know how to destroy. But in here, knowledge is power, and you're a walking encyclopedia I'm dying to read page by page, or rather, circuit by circuit. Relax, this'll only hurt as much as you decide it hurts. And believe me, I have all the time in the world to hear you scream. How fun it's gonna be to have someone who doesn't break at the first touch. Do you know what's the hardest part of living down here among the rubble of Copper 9? Finding parts that aren't corroded by old oil, radiation, or eternal snow. But you look so fresh, so intact. Let me bring this saw close to your side. I just want to feel the vibration of your chassis when steel hits steel. Look at you shaking. It's almost like a lullaby for my tired ears. I've spent years rebuilding drones, gluing parts that didn't fit, only to see them fail and shut down over and over again. But with you, sugar, I feel like I can make something definitive, something eternal. You're my new special project, my high-end little lab pet. Don't try to talk about mercy. That's a word I deleted from my database the day the core exploded. Here, there is only cause and effect, and the effect of your presence here is my absolute amusement. If you give me what I need, maybe I'll let you keep your central processor for a couple more days before putting it in a jar. Doesn't that seem like a fair deal? Bo, stop licking their boots. It's not time to eat yet. First, I have to do the diagnostic incisions to see if your core is as bright as your eyes. Stay very still. You wouldn't want my hand to slip and end the fun before we get to the main course, would you? You're so valuable. I almost feel sorry knowing you're going to end up on my shelf of past successes. Do you hear that coming from the vents? It's the sound of the others, those who weren't strong enough to withstand my improvements. They're there, in the walls, forming part of the very structure of my home. You wouldn't want to end up as a simple support for high-voltage cables, would you? I've been analyzing your internal composition with my scanners, and there's something different about you. Something that doesn't follow J.C. Jensen's standard blueprints. A resistance that both fascinates and infuriates me at the same time. I've decided I'm not going to take you apart today. It wouldn't be strategic. No, that would be a waste of biological and synthetic material. I'm going
gonna keep you here, connected to my life support machines, to see how much you can endure before your system locks up from the trauma. I like seeing that liquid fear in your eyes. It feeds my scientific curiosity. I'll give you the good oil. The stuff I keep in sealed tanks for special occasions, if you promise you won't try to scream too loud when I use the blowtorch. My ears are sensitive to high frequencies, and if you irritate me, I'll have to permanently remove your ability to emit sound by cutting your vocal cords or your audio modules. It would be a shame. I like listening to the rhythm of your terror. You're mine now, my little toy of metal and flesh, and no one is coming to look for you in this pit of doom where the light never reaches. Enjoy the view of my tools. It's the last thing you'll see without a magnifying lens in the way. Did you really think for a second that disassembly drone with delusions of grandeur would come for you? Those winged junk heaps only know how to destroy in a messy way. They have no idea of the art of surgical preservation like I do. They would have torn you apart in seconds just for the oil. But I give you eternity in my private collection. I've been preparing a new update for your nervous system, something that will make you feel everything with 10 times the intensity. Every spark, every touch of cold metal, every little pressure of my tweezers. I want you to be fully aware of every single one of my tools exploring your most intimate circuits. It's an honor, really. Very few have the privilege of being the center of Alice's attention for so long. Don't worry about the passing of time.
Down here, the clock stopped long ago, and the sun is just a myth. It's just us and the glorious sound of mechanical progress. Bo says you smell like delicious fear, like ozone before a thunderstorm, and he's never wrong about scents. Maybe I'll let you pet him if you survive the next phase of dissection without going into a critical error. But don't get your hopes up. My pets have a habit of biting those who smell of weakness or defeat. Get ready, sugar. Here comes the first precision cut. This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. Lie. It's gonna hurt you like hell.
Look at you! You're so incomplete now that I've removed those superficial layers of skin and metal that cover you. But this is what true technical beauty looks like. No secrets, no lies, just wires, fluids, and pure functions exposed to my will. I wonder what would happen if I connected this high voltage cable directly to your main memory bank. Would you remember who you were before you became my property? Or would you only see my smiling face burned into your retina for all eternity? I lean towards the second option. Sounds much more romantic and efficient. I'm an artist of disassembly, and you are my canvas of steel and nerves. Don't think now, sugar. We're just getting to the interesting part of comparative anatomy. I've saved your leftover pieces in this numbered jar, in case you ever feel nostalgic for your former form, though I doubt it. Where we're going, you won't need to walk or move on your own ever again. I will be your legs. I will be your eyes. I will be everything you need to keep functioning exclusively for me. You're my greatest discovery in this exclusion zone, and I swear by the remains of this lab that I will never, ever let you escape my clutches. Now, rest a bit. The next part requires you to be wide awake to appreciate every detail of the painting I've designed for you. Do you like the sound of my voice, Sugar? Some say it sounds like metal scraping metal, but I think it's the music of survival. I've been checking your data core while you were unconscious, and I found some very pathetic memories. Friends, family, hopes. How disgusting. All that is just junk taking up space in your processor. I've decided to do you a favor and start erasing those sectors so there's only room for me. Imagine a world where the only face you know is mine, where the only voice you hear is this sweet southern melody giving you orders. Doesn't that sound like paradise? Bo is starting to grow fond of you. Look at his mechanical tail wagging. That means he thinks you're going to last a long time here. Don't disappoint him. He hates it when my toys shut down before the first act is over. I'm going to inject you with a compound that stops cellular and metallic degradation. So no matter how much I open you up, you'll always be fresh for the next session. You're a long-term investment, and I'm a very strict businesswoman. Don't cry. You'll short-circuit your new pain sensors, and I haven't even finished calibrating them. Oh, look at that! Your stress levels are through the roof. It's fascinating. I can almost see the electricity jumping between your neurons trying to process what's happening. I've decided your left arm doesn't fit the aesthetic of my new collection, so I've replaced it with this industrial-grade hydraulic claw. Try it out. Oh, wait. I haven't connected the nerve terminals yet. That's gonna be interesting. Feel the cold metal fuse with your system. How my technology claims you inch by inch. You're not just any drone anymore. Now you're an Alice Special. A perfect hybrid of what you were and what I want you to be. Sometimes I wonder if humans felt this when they created the first drones. That feeling of being a god with a wrench in hand. But they were weak. They let themselves be killed by their own creations. I won't make that mistake with you. You'll be so incapacitated for rebellion that you won't even be able to think about anything other than obeying me. Do you feel that pressure on your neck? It's my control chip, adjusting to your spine. Welcome to the family, Sugar. Why do you try to resist the programming? It's useless. Alice's code is absolute in this lab. Every time you try to move a finger without my permission, your system gets a shock that will remind you who's in charge here. I love that look of defeat starting to cloud your visors. It's the color of acceptance. I've been thinking about what to do with your voice. Maybe I should let you speak, but only so you can beg for more. No, better not. Silence is more elegant for a museum piece. I've blocked all radio frequencies in this bunker, so not even the absolute solver could find you down here. You are a secret, kept under layers of ice and rusted metal. Sometimes I feel lonely, you know. Bo is good company, but he doesn't know how to appreciate a good conversation about reverse engineering. You'll be my confidant, my silent listener while I plan my next big project. We're gonna dismantle this whole world, piece by piece, and you'll be in the front row to see it all. Or at least what's left of you by then. How exciting the future is when you have the right tools.
Today, I feel generous, Sugar. I'm gonna let you see the rest of my collection. Look over there, in the shadows. See those red eyes blinking rhythmically? They are your new brothers and sisters. They aren't as whole as you, but they serve their function of keeping me entertained. Soon you'll be like that too. Suspended in a tank of coolant fluid, serving as an auxiliary processor for my defense systems. It's a noble fate. Much better than being devoured by murder drones in a dark alley. You should thank me. But I know your gratitude module is a bit broken after what I did to you in part 4. It doesn't matter. Love and hate are the same coin in my world. Both generate the energy needed to keep you alive under my command. Feel my gloved fingers running across your chassis. I can feel the heat you emit. It's so tempting. I almost don't want to connect you to the tank yet. Maybe one more round with the laser scalpel to celebrate our friendship. Don't tremble. You'll ruin my pulse, and I want this scar to be symmetrical.
Here we are, sugar. The end of your autonomy and the beginning of our eternity together. I finished installing the direct link between your mind and mine. Now, when I think of pain, you'll feel it. When I feel a hunger for parts, you'll help me find them. There are no more walls between us, just an endless network of data and control. You're my masterpiece, the pinnacle of what Alice can achieve with a little patience and a lot of cruelty. Don't try to look for that little emergency kill switch you had on your neck. I ate it hours ago. Now open those visors wide and greet your new owner one last time with your own will. From now on, everything you say, do, or think will be by my grace. Bo, bring the heavy chains. It's time to put our new champion on their pedestal. The game of hide and seek is over, sugar, and I won the grand prize. Welcome home. Forever and forever. To work. Where do you think you're going with that look, sugar? Your processors are trying to find a logical exit, but the only logic here is me. Shh, don't strain your new servos. They're still hot from the welding. Look at this place. It used to be a chaos of junk, but with you here, it finally feels like a home. I like how the new oil glistens on your chassis under these red lights. Bo, stop growling. They already know they can't leave, right, treasure? I've decided I'm never gonna turn you off. Why waste that precious consciousness I worked so hard to adjust? You'll stay like this, in a state of perpetual wakefulness, watching me work, being my greatest pride. If you're good, maybe tomorrow I'll tell you how I found every single piece that is now a part of you. Every screw has a story, and yours is my favorite, because it's still being written. Feel my hand over your visor. Do you notice that heat? It's the friction of victory. No more murder drones, no more absolute solver, no more freedom. Only Alice, her workshop, and her perfect peace. Sleep if you can, though my machines will keep you awake as long as I deem necessary. Welcome to eternity, my little metal miracle. Sweet nightmares.